I'm already on the right screen, but you guys are still muted. I'm already there. I'm already there, guys.
Two.
It happens.
All right, we're all here now.
We're all
Yeah,
here.
good. We're all here now.
I love
yes.
it.
We are all
Yes.
here.
Oh, the sync.
Wow, what a way to
Hang
start.
on, are we here?
No.
Are we
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, we're here.
Are we queer? Some of us are. Hi, how's it going?
I'd say
Welcome
the
to
vast
Dungeons and
majority of us are.
Dragons. To some degree.
Should we get used to
Some
it?
degree.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Heck
I
yeah.
agree.
But we're already used to it.
That's
Damn
true.
right.
With this many episodes, you'd think you'd be used to it.
Can I get more used to it?
You can always
You
get
can
more.
go
Maybe,
Comfortable.
probably.
Get more comfortable.
Yeah.
Have some nice refreshments and some cookies.
I mean,
Okay.
who here is not comfortable? I am
I'll
absolutely.
get overly comfortable. And I'll
If
just
you're
never
not comfortable, you're banned.
Actually, you know what, Roju, you could be so comfy, you could not be wearing pants right now, and we would not know.
leave. I know.
Exactly.
I would.
That's
I would.
that's
what do
concerning.
you
You're
mean?
assuming
Hang
that
on.
he may not be wearing.
Hang
that
on.
he's wearing pants right now.
Yeah.
Who's
I'm
saying
not
that?
wearing
I'm not
pants.
wearing pants.
Orb, you're on camera. If you say that, we all get banned.
I'm not wearing pants. I'm wearing
You already
I
see
got
who I
shorts.
am.
Mm.
Got short.
Woo!
They're my watermelon shorts too.
Oh.
Because
Oh.
watermelon is very moist.
That must be
Uh,
nice. Guys, I've actually got a notebook today.
Oh my god.
Notebook.
A notebook.
Yeah. To
What
like,
the
you know,
actual
take
heck?
notes.
Oh,
Wow.
Like I actually found my little string. Look, it's got dinosaurs on it.
I'm honestly.
Oh,
super curious
Cuddly, that
about the
reminds me.
people
Oh
who-
my god. Hang on. I got something to show you, Cuddly.
just
Hold on.
see this
Oh,
little
God.
bottle.
Hold on.
This
Oh,
little
yeah.
bottle comes out just.
Ugh.
I got
Okay, hold on.
Jiggy Nuggies.
Guys,
Oh.
guys,
Dino
but
nuggies.
mostly Cuddly, but guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
It's got the
What,
price on it.
what,
Shit.
what,
It's got the
what?
price on it. Hold on. I gotta get the price off it so you guys don't see how much I paid. Alrighty.
Oh shit, we can't know how cheap he is.
Look what I found the other day. Noctia and I found. We found egg socks. Egg
Found
socks.
Life-
a way. Oh
Life
my God.
found a way. Egg
That is-
socks.
That is adorable.
Damn it, Noctia!
Um,
Put in chat how much they were. Damn it, Noctia.
How much were they?
They were
I need-
$9. They were
Tell
just
me-
$9.
They are worth it.
That seems like a bargain, honestly.
Yeah, no, it was actually pretty cool. It was really, really good.
You were trying to hide the price, but you might say that wife found a way.
Oh my god, wife did find a way. Damn it, wife.
Let's-
Oh, Denny,
Oh,
here,
dear.
you would
let's
appreciate
get to
this.
it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
that's adorables.
I love it.
And just in case anyone in chat hasn't seen the slots yet, there's the slots.
Oh, well, if we're all going to show off outfits.
Shit.
You
Uh,
don't make friends with
That's not
Sal.
scrub, I'm just wearing scrubs. There we go. I'm wearing scrubs today.
I
Right.
got
Also-
a couple- I got a
Yeah.
couple
Josie,
friends-
you're so cute.
There's...
Oh,
Very
I'm
nice.
wearing double braces.
oh my god.
cute.
And
I look
Noctia
like
would
I'm
like
ready to go to the
everyone to
hospital.
know
This is the
that
content you subscribe for.
if anyone
yeah.
knows Bob's Burgers, does anyone
Yes.
watch?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't
you
watched
guys,
all of Bob's Burgers, but I love the show anyways.
you guys know Tina from Bob's Burgers?
Yes.
Yeah. Noctia is wearing Tina socks. They have Tina's face on them, and
Nice.
it's stretched out and looks absolutely ridiculous.
Does it
Oh,
say
no.
I like butts?
Sorry?
Sorry?
Does it say I like butts? Isn't that
No,
her
it
thing?
says
Her whole
nothing.
deal?
It's just her face.
It's even better.
I know.
So much
I feel like we need a
Imagine
photo
though-
of that.
Rohan, thank you for the host.
You know these gift cards that play soundtracks when you open them. Imagine having socks that actually has like ships when you walk. Imagine
Oh my
those
God.
socks actually saying "I like butts" when you walk.
Oh god, that reminds me of I saw a pair of shorts that it's a pattern for a pair of shorts that look like old fashioned pantaloons. And it said something funny on the back, but I can't remember what it said. It was like nicely embroidered.
Art thou nasty?
That's it! Isn't it? That was it! Art thou nasty!
Yes.
I was making a joke.
No, I'm being serious.
Oh my
That's what it said on the back.
Can I just say real quick, Josie, you've sent my chat into a flap with your reveal. I got chat is thirsty. There is thirsty chat confirmed.
Oh my
Just letting you know.
Show a
Oh
little
my
bit of
God.
skin and they're frothing. They're frothing.
Although now we're focused on Cuddly Raptor. Are you eating? No, Cuddly Raptor's not eating nuggies. She wouldn't eat nuggies.
They're nuggies.
They are nuggies.
They're like veggie nuggies.
I was gonna say they're gonna be veggie nuggies. Yeah.
I've got a
Yes,
frozen
veggie
cuddly actually.
You got a frozen Cuddly.
I think it was a frozen cuddly.
Wait,
I hope
do you
it's
just
on the worst screen ever.
Do you reheat her in the oven, or like what do you mean frozen cuddly here? Like microwave?
No, you just
that shit,
defrost
or-
her on the kitchen bench for a little bit.
No.
Yeah.
Cuddly's clearly air fryer material.
Yeah, we air
Ah,
fried to a perfect crunch. Yes.
Perfect crunch.
Such crap.
We've done our 10 minutes of banter. I do believe it's time to get into it.
Joseph's
Yeah,
like,
we
"Shut
have a
up,
head
you
to talk
goose."
to.
Yes.
We murdered a man to talk to him.
to.
We're gonna
Everyone-
fucking do it.
Everyone is
So we're gonna
animated
do-
except for cuddly for me. It's great.
The Google Meets chat has spoken.
Oh dear.
Oh,
But
there we go.
We're gonna do our regular old shout outs or go around. Hello, I'm Joseph Poser. Over on my end, you've got my view, my perspective. Wow, so cool. You can also put channel points towards community challenges, which gives these fine folk cool new items to use in the game. And I am drinking water out of my cup bowl, and I've been thinking lately about cup bowls, and they're really coming in too. I've seen a lot of cup bowls. I even heard rumors about this festivity in the honor of the cup bowl. There's going to be revelry, there's going to be singing, dancing. I even heard rumors about there being fighting and then singing and dancing while fighting. You could say we're really bringing in the capoeira.
I was waiting for it. Oh my god,
There's
what a loss.
tomato.
I'm not. You know what? I'm gonna be the awkward one. I don't get it. I don't know exactly. I just don't get it. I don't.
Screw that man.
It's okay.
I'm more fluff than
Have you
man at the
ever heard
moment.
of-
All right, hang on. Where's
No,
the
I put
blue
so
I-
much
button?
effort into that one.
I
Where's
know,
the-
and I feel
Oh my
bad.
It's breakdance fighting, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, do I look cultured? Please.
Have you ever? You've played
have an
Tekken,
Udi.
sure.
You're a cultured man.
No, actually, I haven't played Tekken.
Well, okay,
Wow.
I can't throw you any more lifelines, I'm afraid,
You
buddy.
can leave.
I can leave. Wow. Oh,
No.
my God.
But because of this, we're gonna put you on the spot and say it's your turn to shout out.
Oh, thanks for the fail trumpet there, Cuddly.
Not me.
The look on her face.
Hello, everyone. I'm Aussie Devfro. I'm playing Rudy, Magic Hands McGee. I am the fluffiest one here tonight, but nowhere near the most good looking. I'll let the others fight for that honor. It's Roju, by the way, the still image. But anyway, it's my job to keep the party safe, healed, and all buffed up and protected. But you know what? It's hard sometimes. Sometimes the party makes it hard, but that's all right. We'll get through this together. Next, I'm going to throw it over to Wetterstorm, who's below
I
me.
am. Oh. Okay. I am Wetterstorm. I play Arthur. I almost forgot who I was. I am a ranger who actually is good at doing ranger things. So if you want him to do ranger stuff, he usually does it with a good effort. You get him to do anything else, he's terrible at it. So, does that not sound like content? You're welcome to come here and check that content out. But stop laughing.
Sounds like an infomercial.
Do you like content?
Do you like content?
Do you like jazz?
And since I was being laughed at, over to Cuddly Raptor.
Meet the man who puts the con in content.
Oh. Hello, my name is Cuddly Raptor. I'll bring the nugs. I bring the hugs. See, I thought about that one before I. Yeah, that was good.
That's pretty solid.
I play Nana Malavora, a little gnome granny who likes to cook. That's it. That's me. I'm not that interesting. Go follow
You're
someone else.
very
No
interesting.
infomercial.
No infomercial today. I'm sorry. Just nuggies.
Excuse me, Nana Maravora is the one who brings the love to the group. She brings the warmth with her cooking and healing and everything. She brings the
Oh, you hear that,
adorbs.
Rudy? The healing?
He's got that big
Okay,
nana
I'm
energy.
insulted. All right.
Arthur can heal too, just saying.
Yeah, I know.
And so does
Thanks, I
Gerald.
hate it.
Yeah, I can stop people from dying.
Pretty sure Goose
Okay,
has a health potion
about
too,
it.
so do we even really need Rudy?
That's it. That's it. Changing domains. Changing domains.
Oh, God, he's gonna go full Nick
Oh,
Manson.
sorry, I'm supposed to pick someone. Denny, you go.
Oh, shit, okay.
I'm-
Hi, I'm Denimation. I play Daskus the Barbarian. I am the one in the group when if you need something to be smashed, he will smash it for you. He's also a guy who's very good with his hands. He likes to fix things with his little leather toolbox.
Wait, are you now saying my magic hands are not unique either? God damn it! I'm not. I've
So
got
what I'm
nothing.
hearing is Goose is good with his hands and will smash.
Oh, yeah.
Watch out, Swan Princess.
But he is a soft boy. He is a soft, precious boy. He just gets a little out of control from time to time.
Yeah.
But
We can
passing
fix
you
it.
on to the lovely and wonderful Roger, who's in the corner down there for me. No.
Ah,
It's
Yeah.
below you.
I am in Queensland at the moment for the next couple of weeks.
Queensland
So I'm coming to you hot from my hotel room right now.
Unfortunately,
And,
he couldn't stay in my room because we have a very, very sick Bazan Belgian in the other room.
incredibly sick Belgian. Yes.
And
to
last thing we
avoid the
wanted was to
plague,
get Roju
um,
sick.
to avoid the plague, I'm over here tonight. But hopefully next week I'll be joining Denny in her streaming room. But
Yes,
for now,
hopefully without a bed.
I'm
as well.
Roju. I come from the Channel Participation Award, where if you had fun, you won. I am playing Gerald the Wizard with 2 Z's because he's actually a warlock. But don't tell the party; they don't know. Yeah, he's got really he's had a very harrowed past, but he's doing his best. So yeah, we'll see how that carries on from here.
Yeah, and if we're doing a quick recap, last week we had a shopping episode at the end. And
I love it.
We watched one too many infomercials.
no, but pets were purchased, items were commissioned, magical components were commissioned, and a realization was made that Rudy couldn't get it up. His magic.
Wow, we really don't need him in this party.
Okay, all right.
You
It
gotta
was
get it up
one
before?
time. It was one time. I had a little bit too much to drink at
This
dinner.
doesn't
and-
always. This is the
This
first
never
time it
happens.
I swear,
Literally
it
never happens.
Literally
never
Like,
happens.
like I had the candles lit, the mood was set, the sweet
I felt the
nothings.
mood.
I
It got
know,
really cold, and I think that
yeah.
might have not.
And when it came to giving head, it didn't work. Giving it to the head.
Yeah.
Trying to bust out the magic hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
I had cramps in my
Yeah.
hand. All right, I was.
Yeah, no, you left it
Yeah.
cold.
Oh, look. Okay.
All right. I have nuggy thingies. I will be back in 2 seconds.
Greasy nuggy piggies.
Oh my. Okay. Look. Long.
yes,
Oh,
dear.
dear.
The last thing we did was Rudy realized that his holy symbol had cracked and could no longer channel his magic. And in a makeshift solution, he mended the mask from the scythe wielder they had previously encountered and used that to channel the magic. And we pick up as the severed head takes a deep inhalation.
Oh my god.
Right. Now I have forgotten the questions we were going to ask. Okay.
You didn't write them down?
No, Gerald.
Oh, we did on a napkin.
We did.
Imagine if someone had taken notes. Imagine
Yeah.
if Cuddly had gotten that notebook last
Just
week.
last week.
I remember.
One of the questions was, who were you? Not why were you in the cave, but who were the people with you?
Mm.
Who are you
There
going
was
after
no-
at the
Like,
cave?
who were you
who were
working
you-
with?
One was definitely who are you working with?
Yeah.
Like who are the people that were with you?
Mm.
One was definitely who were you looking for?
Yeah.
And
that's
Why
it.
were you in the cave?
I think we.
I think we
nixed
worked that one out.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they were looking for someone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
mm.
were you working with?
Mm.
Why were you in the cave? And then I think we left because what do we have? 5 questions? 4?
I think we figured 3 of the 5, and then we had 2 depending on the answers for the first.
Yeah.
that's
So
right,
let's
yeah,
go with
yeah.
those first 2, and
Okay,
then I'll
alright.
keep thinking about the third one because I feel like it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who were you looking for in the cave?
Okay, so we'll start with who are the people with you?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah.
in the mines.
We don't ask who they are, but or
Uh.
I mean,
I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah. I
At this
mean,
point.
the less
alrighty.
favorite of the Pallid Princess's friends, I guess.
Bizarre Belgian wants to
We
ask, what's the
also-
afterlife like? What's it like being dead?
Would we also really quickly, since you had commissioned some minor items that would be finished in the afternoon, you have picked up and we've added to inventory. Nana has a dart with a Severa tip,
Oh
and Arthur has 3 arrows. Those
Nice.
items have been picked
Oh, I've
up.
got it. Yeah.
Okay, so my other thing hasn't been crafted yet. The
No, that
acorn?
takes a bit of time.
Okay.
It takes a bit of time.
Alrighty.
All you were told it would be done before you take off,
okay.
before you leave.
Alrighty. Well, now that his party members have whispered the questions back into Rudy's ear, he takes a step forward towards the head, and clutching onto the holy symbol with a fairly strong grip, he asks, who were your companions in the cave?
I do not know the name of the fiend. My superior is Martin.
Okay.
Just
Alright,
giving us
so-
a first name.
So we
Wow.
have a Martin. All right.
Martin
Okay.
confirmed.
Martin confirmed. All right, excellent. So your superior was Martin, but I'm going to assume the fiend was the lady. I'm going to assume.
The winged.
At least we know like
Yeah.
that she's a fiend now. I don't really know if we
Mm.
had like
That's-
that classification before, so that's pretty good.
Good info.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. So I've already forgotten the other questions.
The second one is who were you
Was
looking
it just
for?
was it just the 2 of them though?
I
sorry,
think we
just,
only had. I
there were-
kind of think we were.
It was just
Because I remember the fly guy, the stocky guy, and then the fiend. I guess.
yeah.
is
That's
that
what.
right?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we were
Martin's the stocky
asking.
dwarf
Um,
person, right?
That would be Martin then. Yeah.
weren't we asking what the lady was? But now that we kind of know, we might not have to.
Because
I
he
think
did-
that might have been our third question. Is like, what was the?
To clarify, there were a total of Gerald only ever saw. No, Gerald would have seen all 3. The people in the mines were indeed the scythe wielder, the one with the plague mask, and the fiend. And you asked
Yeah.
who were with you in the mine, and you got 2 identities.
Yeah.
Because the head excluded itself. You asked.
Yeah.
who
Of
were
course,
with
yeah,
you.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
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 that actually
yeah.
makes so. Okay, right. So okay, interesting. Very interesting. Okay,
Cool. That's all right. We got it.
all
Right,
right,
so
we can
that's
take
good.
that. Okay, so the next question would be: do we want anything new off that, or
Oh well. Let's ask the second one and then see if we want anything from those 2.
Yeah. Let's ask the
I
questions we've
So,
pre-prepared.
so the one, who were you looking for? And then
Yeah,
we
okay,
can like
right,
even
right.
ask, you know.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
All right. So again, Rudy clutches the mask again. Enforcing his channeling his divine power. Who are you looking for?
The great Ur-Dragon Thalash.
Oh shit.
Okay.
The
Interesting.
Great Ur-Dragon. What did you say the name was?
Thalaj.
Thalaj.
How do you spell it, Josie?
Thalaj.
Okay,
Imagine having a notebook but not a pen.
that's good. Unfortunately,
putting
all
in
my
my mind.
regular D&D notes are back in Melbourne.
That's okay.
But I do know for a fact, and I think Gerald will actually say this. He'd be like, "Wait, the Great Ur-Dragon. I've heard word of this. The Naiad I met mentioned to seek out the Ur-Dragon, and that they might be able to provide assistance of some form. So this is interesting that this name is coming up once more. Thalaj is not a name I had heard before, though. She merely mentioned seek out the Ur-Dragon.
You've also never mentioned the Naiad to any of us, so I feel like my character's like, the what now?
Yeah. No, Gerald is absolutely just talking about it like you know what he's talking about.
Yeah, and Ned is like, yeah, I'm sure that happened. We should do that.
That's definitely a question for after the spell is done. If this is a little tricky considering this mask is not designed for this purpose. Okay. What was the next? Okay.
Well, now we have to think about them because we've just asked.
Well, I could ask why.
Yes.
Why?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So why were you seeking this dragon?
I do not know the details. My superior, Martin, was the one in contact with the Pallid One.
Okay.
Huh.
Now, in this context, I don't... Okay. Rudy has another question. Does by Pallid One... As in, to the party, he says, should we ask, does Pallid One reference the Pallid Princess or the Fiend?
I mean, he already mentioned that he doesn't know who the Fiend is.
That is true.
And we already know that they're all working for
and they
the
also
Pallid
talk to
Princess.
each other, so I'm guessing they would have had, like a little bit more contact. But we had another question about the Fiend, though. We had a question about something that she said to Gerald, wasn't it? Like, or maybe something that she said to us at the very end. She was like, something, I'm gonna fly off and meet my undead friends.
She basically just
Paraphrasing here.
sort of essentially just disdained us and went off, essentially.
Hate that for us.
Okay, in that case, how about we ask where is what?
Oh, we should ask where the army is heading.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
definitely.
Yep.
All right. So, I can't believe we've never asked this guy's name either. Alrighty. Head.
Does it really matter at this point?
I want to know.
We've been searching for this guy for
What is
ages.
your name and would you like a cookie?
Look, we're probably got a week on a ship, so I could just cast the spell again and we can ask him 5 more questions.
We can waste a question on his name another time.
Yes, exactly. Alright, so, where is the army of undead going?
Last I heard, they were heading north to the Fiend's stronghold below the Citadel. They were going to the cinder furnace.
The cinder furnace.
Which is under the citadel.
Under the citadel.
Interesting.
Well, that sounds warm.
Also, I like how the head can make puns. They're heading. That was good, head. That was really good. Okay.
Can I, Josie, the way that he said heading to the Fiend's stronghold, did he the way he said the citadel, was he speaking as though that was the title of the place, or was he just referencing that the stronghold is in the form of a citadel?
I think he said below the citadel, didn't he?
I'd say
What
make
was
an
the
insight
inflection?
check.
Okay, sure. Here we go, +0.
Come on,
Oh,
we
natural
believe.
20 though. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
You would assume in this situation the stronghold is the cinder furnace and the citadel could be a landmark,
Cool.
but they are not the same.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
right. Okay.
And just for all the chats out there, the reason we can't see Gerald's dice rolls in the dice tray right now is because I assume you're at a different
Yes, I'm on
computer.
a different computer, so I don't have the thing.
But
But you can still
we-
see my
I can
rolls
s-
on D&D Beyond. So
Yes, I saw the 20 pop up on my other screen. We're all Gucci.
I believe you, even if you don't show me evidence.
thanks, Cuddly.
Alright.
Unless
I
it's a
believe
0 and then fucking roll
You
again.
have one more question.
We have one more question. From the information we've gathered, has anyone got a real question? Or
I kind of feel like we should ask something about the Pallid Princess, like where to find her or what her aim, like her overall aim is here.
Well, based off the info Rudy kind of gave the party before in the conversation beforehand, he's given the information that the Pallid Princess is a divine being.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
in terms of where is she, there's probably no need to ask that question. She exists
Yeah,
on
'cause
another
she's a
plane of
god.
existence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring her here. I've got some words.
Nana would
One
like
of
to
her
have
hands.
some.
I've got harsh
Yes,
words.
what up?
You should write her a strongly worded letter.
I want to speak to her manager.
Rudy here's starting to sweat harder a little bit. Peter's sweating going down.
Rudy, I need.
All of a sudden, the mask is starting to heat up. Oh dear.
No. So,
Okay.
but like, do we want to know what she's up to? Like, why she's after us specifically? Was that maybe what we were gonna ask? He may not know.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I can always cast the spell again. This head will not pass on completely until I allow it. So,
I mean, isn't it
Will the
gonna
mask
rot?
be able to hold?
nah, I can continuously renew the head every 10 days. So
I feel like
can-
this is kind of bordering on like evil territory.
Well, if you had
Nah.
asked Rudy before his dream, then he probably would have agreed with you. But right now, he's not really too fussed.
Well, at least we don't need
It's
the,
not evil. It's just very
process.
practical.
Very
Good,
practical.
yeah.
Very. It's required. It's required.
Nana wants to know where this like instant renewal process was for all their fucking fish and meat and like perishables. Just for heads.
Again,
Okay.
Nana, question for
I
later.
mean,
All right.
It's a good question, though.
It is a good
Would you
question.
propose work on like fish and dead meat because
That's
it just says
that's
prevent
Actually,
decay.
Yeah.
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 So we don't want to ask like why the Pallid Prince, or do we want to because it's the only thing that we have right now.
Well, because he did mention that that he didn't have a lot of info on like the why and where. He was sort of just following.
He's kind of just a.
like, because we asked about like why you were after the Air Dragon there.
I mean,
and
can we
like,
ask him about himself? Do you come here often? No, that's not a real question.
What's a head like you doing in a place like this?
I like how we're all muttering in a circle, and this head is like a trying to like breathe.
Like, we could ask what his role was, and then get an idea of who he was in the organization.
Well, his role is probably just an enforcer, a brute.
I mean, his role is like death now,
Yeah, his
but
role is
maybe it
death.
was more interesting before.
I mean, I'm happy to ask. You know, I'm happy to ask.
Or like what the power of the scythe was, because we don't know And
The
if he
scythe
says
had
it came
no
from
power.
him, well, yeah.
Goose, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
So what his power?
Goose is in the
whatever it
bathroom.
Goose is in the bathroom
Oh, that's
playing
right.
with the
Yeah.
plants and
I
knitting.
forgot Goose
Yeah.
got scared.
I think
Yeah, Goose doesn't like to deal with dead things, so he's just like knitting. Like,
Understandable.
everything is fine.
I don't think
not
there's
doing
any-
anything
I
weird
can't
in the
think of
other room.
anything more permanent. We've asked about the army. We sort of know potentially where they're heading. We've asked about his companions. We've asked about why they're after the Erd Dragon. I mean, he doesn't really have much info on that. So
Did we ask more about the army?
I think Nana might have not a bad question there, though, with the asking him what his role was here, because it's not necessarily clear what his
And
purpose
maybe they
was.
would fill it again, and we'll be prepared.
Exactly. Yes, you're quite right, Nana.
All right. In that case,
like a sharp tack.
all right. Alrighty. So Rudy would then approach the head and go, within this operation, what was your role?
I was simply to provide assistance, and in my last moments, a distraction.
That makes sense.
Oh no,
Okay.
we've been bamboozled.
No, we knew he was a distraction because
Yeah,
they
I
literally scampered.
They literally
as soon as
said
we
it,
showed up.
yeah.
They bounced out and left him to deal with us.
They
Yeah.
literally did. That sucks.
And judging by the woman's reaction to seeing Gerald leave the mines, I don't think they were surprised we won either.
No, she did seem surprised,
Oh,
but
she-
it was more of like, but she wasn't
overly
concerned. She was
concerned.
just like, oh, you survived.
Yeah.
Well, no matter.
Mm.
Very smug.
Well, Rudy's grip on the spell weakens now because that's 5 questions.
And in its last exhalation of the air that it took in, it just gurgles, and there's a moment where it just some spittle just flies up towards Rudy.
Ugh.
Of course.
Oh, you've
yeah,
got a little.
yeah,
Let me just.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Nana. Thanks,
yeah,
Nana. I appreciate it.
oh.
Yeah, nah, yeah, you want to, I mean, I know disinfectant doesn't exist, but you know what? We'll figure something out.
Arthur's going to go and grab Goose out of the bathroom. Goose.
And Goose just has like 2 plants hanging off of him. Like.
Goose, you ready to come back out? The thing is stop talking and Rudy's all cleaned up.
Goose is not the
You're muted,
playground.
Denny.
No.
Denny, you're
I think
muted.
muted.
Thank you. Has the plant been put away? I mean, the head.
Rudy is wrapping up the head now. If
Arthur's just shaking his head, yes.
Okay.
Shaking your head or the head?
The head.
And gently
Just
puts
in
the
front of
plant
Goose,
down
just,
over his shoulder.
hey.
He's like,
Oh.
So, how did it go? Was he talkative?
well, Goose, you'll be happy to know because I know how much you love dragons. They're after a dragon.
They're after a dragon.
They're after a
Yes.
dragon.
He mentioned that he was after an Erd Dragon named Salage.
What is her dragon? Like
I
her
don't
dragon?
know.
Who is
No,
she?
like
is
you
she?
are,
I don't know her.
but not like you are a dragon, though, Goose. No, never mind.
Although I would say to Nana, Goose is probably the size of a dragon. Like, let's be real here, Gerald.
Who is she?
The mighty guns of a dragon.
Rudy, let's not
I can't
confuse
with
Goose
Goose.
more than is necessary. Yes.
You're a
I am concerned to hear the name Erd Dragon pop up, though.
I think what we can be, I think a little bit relieving though, is that the army is not marching on a location to plunder or sack or destroy. It's still amassing, you know. So.
But that means it's going to get bigger, Rudy. That doesn't
Yeah,
make.
but it also means no one's in immediate danger, Gerald.
Oh, but they might be in more danger later.
And we'll deal with that when
Exactly.
we come. It's
That's
like,
worse. If it was just that, then at least, bim bam, we've got a fight, and then the city deals with it, and danger's over. But now, if they're amassing some larger force, I don't want to be dragged into this.
Well, how would you avoid it then, Gerald?
By moving far, far away from it, Arthur.
We could go through the swamp,
Yeah.
Isn't that where we're headed?
Our role in this will be done, Gerald. We'll deliver old decapitated here, and Rudy slaps the head. And it's covered up, Goose. It's okay. And then we'll
This baby can answer so many questions.
We'll deliver the head to the guild, and then we'll be off on our merry way. We'll help out Goose's swan princess, and then we'll
Why did you pause when saying swan princess, Rudy?
Look, I just webbed toes, Nana.
Oh,
Yes, he's a swan. What did you expect?
I assume it
Rudy.
makes her very fast in the water. Is that right?
I-
That's what a
I-
lovely...
She
Some
swims
people-
so gracefully and
I'm
just
used to
gliding
dealing
through
with
the water.
human bodies and skeletons, but it's gonna take some time to wrap my head around. All right, and Rudy slaps
Rudy,
the
we
head
do
again.
not yuck other people's yums.
Yes, look, we're not making, fun of your foot thing. Just,
What
It's
foot thing?
fine.
I don't.
you seem very focused on this lady's feet.
Rudy, do you have something that you're not telling us?
No,
Every time you're getting so
You stay
excited
away
about
from my
these-
princess's feet!
I don't.
so excited about these webbed toes.
Guys!
Rudy. I feel like there's something there, but we're not going to judge you. I mean, that's your thing, and that's fine.
Goose, you better keep an eye on Rudy.
I love how out of control this got from
Mr.
one
Steal Your
simple
Girl.
fucking question.
Look, believe me, I'm far more comfortable with the dead than the living. Okay. Wait, that came out wrong.
Well,
Okay, no,
That-
this is the no judgment zone. He's got worms.
Arthur just sort of looks to the side and look, I'm getting a little bit hungry. Food, anyone?
Arthur's that's not a bad idea, Arthur. Is it dinner time yet?
Considering you just had dinner.
Oh,
Yeah, we had the
Second dinner.
Arthur's looking for an afternoon, midnight snack.
midnight snack.
Is
a
he, or is he
midnight
just
hot
looking for
chocolate.
Madame Tusk?
like we just literally ate. Just moments.
Channeling the divine power is hungry business, Gerald.
Is it though?
Most certainly it is. I feel
We
like
never. If you need a snack, he's got worms. And she goes, goes and whips something up from the bed.
Nana, do you want to-
Arthur,
maybe you need to make his medicine stronger, Nana.
Arthur, would you mind if I had one of those wonderful hot chocolates? I think that would calm my nose a little.
Oh, certainly. You can have as much as hot cocoa you ever need.
Well,
It was could use some hot chocolate.
All right, let me see if I can get you a marshmallow at least.
if it's marshmallows, Rudy shotguns it.
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
You
No,
gotta
no.
steal the hot chocolate from Goose. You better be
Yeah.
willing to part with those fingers.
That's them.
Yeah.
You know what?
No-
He might be.
no
Oh no, we don't
marshmallows.
have the arm anymore.
Yeah.
Um, Arthur sort of gestures to anyone else if they want some hot cocoa.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
no, I'm
Oh,
quite
I
full,
won't
thank
say
you.
no.
All right, so we've got, and as Arthur's sort of pouring out hot cocoa for
No
everyone.
marshmallows for anyone.
Damn it.
Ridiculous.
So we've got 9 days here. I think, at the very least, perhaps we update the midwinters about what we've learned about the location of this army. And perhaps we might even be able to gain some information from them. Perhaps they know something about this dragon. Because while I don't want to get involved, I do want to know. Because knowing is half the battle. And the more I know about it, the less in danger we can be about it. Because we can avoid knowledge of it, we
You know
can
what?
avoid it.
Gerald's right. The more we know about this threat, the more we can info we can pass on to the guild, and the more they'll be able to organize adventurers like ourselves to go after it.
Oh, no, let's not volunteer ourselves necessarily, Rudy, must we?
We must go protect the swamp. Swamp princess.
Oh, swamp
Yes,
princess.
yes. You got to go to a swamp and talk to a princess.
Swamp
that
first,
seems
swamp
much
first.
safer.
Yes.
Much safer than an undead army in a frozen wasteland full of idiots.
Is that any better than a swamp full of idiots?
Full of idiots. Yeah, man, I heard that one.
Oh, the present company excluded, of course.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, we can't go off tonight, so I think we should get a good night's rest.
No, we've got 9 days to prepare, but we should at least let the midwinters know, on the morrow, in the morning.
Well, I mean, surely we don't all need to go. We can send. I don't know. We could, if we. I suppose if they want to, although they'll also.
Didn't they not want us back? Like they just wanted us to
hold on.
Yeah.
They did, yes, but they'll also ask us how we got this info, and we didn't tell them about the head.
Did we not?
No, we did not.
We said we were going there to. We said, I mean, we were very clear about what we were doing.
What's ahead between friends?
I reckon we write a note, saying that we have described this note from a transcript of another note. And give it to them and say, here, this is what we found out. It seems complicated, I know, but...
We write a note that we're saying is from another note that was from...
That sounds suspiciously like a lie you're going to get caught up in.
Arthur, they'll then ask for the original note.
Terrible.
we burnt it.
No, it's simply put, what? Why would we... Arthur, please. Certainly, all that really matters is that we were going into the mines in the first place to question and take custody of a criminal. Yes.
Well, we were to bring George along as well. I wonder how he's doing.
I suppose there was no reason to tell them we had the head, and I suppose at the time, and now it is
in custody of our quarry.
Exactly. And if they need more proof, I'll just cast the spell again and. Although this and Rudy holds up the mask, I don't think this is gonna do too many more goes. It was definitely this is not.
It's
not
kind
useful.
of it's kind of creepy, to be honest. I'm
most certainly. And it's just there's no real way to hold it properly. It's meant to go on a face, and I don't want to put it on my face.
It looks very awkward for spell casting.
It does. It really, really is.
I wonder if you sat on your flower wrong. Nana's just theorizing about why it broke.
Maybe
you just, I do that with glasses sometimes, and I sit on and you hear the crunch, and it happens. It happens to the best of us, Rudy. It's all right.
I mean, perhaps when you dived across that chasm, perhaps it cracked on the ice there.
That was a very impressive move. Yes, I didn't think. I thought you were dead for sure.
Was very
you flopped very heavily on your stomach.
Okay, this is the second time
tonight. I thought you were Arthur.
Guys, this is the second time tonight we have very much dwelled on what I may or may not have done or insinuated, wanting or not wanting.
It could have been very impressive, but then it really was not.
Okay then. Well, next time you guys want to interrogate a decapitated head, then I'll let you cast the spell, huh?
I thought it was very brave. I had the front row seat. I thought it was very impressive.
No, I thought Arthur had gone over there. That's surely something he would do.
Ah!
Arthur just does the look.
And scene.
Alright,
I'm going to wash my hands.
That's more like Rudy, I know.
Josie, these run sheets you gave us, we're working well with them tonight.
Everyone is following the script.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I don't know about you guys, but I think I'm going to retire for the night. We've got some things to do.
Good.
I don't know how much sleep I'm getting tonight. I'm going to be thinking of heads.
Arthur's going to go. Sorry, you go.
No,
I better not wake up in the night.
Arthur's gonna go find a quick bite to eat because he is a little. He didn't eat much at dinner. He shouted Rudy and was like, "Oh, okay." So he's gonna go
It's an
see if
extra
there's something in the
giant
kitchen.
fish steak.
I thought Nana made something, but okay.
Yeah, I think you did have snacks. Nana always makes snacks.
It's true. I think I had some from before, but I could not.
Rudy will accept an apology snack from Nana if that's what's being offered.
More like I'm really concerned that you have worm snack, but you know, you call it what you need to.
Rudy will
Consider it
call
what you
needs
need to.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! Look, twinsies. First we have big mugs, and now we have water bottles.
Well, cuddly, natural evolution.
So,
But
sleeping
as
through the
you
night.
all retire, you all fall into slumber, and I will say, Arthur, while you do not sleep per se, you instead go into a deep meditative state, similar to deep REM sleep. And at one point during your trance, as you're going through the day's events in your mind, you find yourself walking through a door and exiting in a glen in a forest.
Ooh.
You're holding your bow, arrow nocked. You're stealthing through. You're ready for combat. And before you see a frozen image. And while the image seems frozen of your wife in the middle of being attacked by the feral beast, it's frozen. The whole scenery, they're not moving, but you can feel the wind. You can see the rippling across the fur of the beast. Your wife's hair is whipping in the wind, but they are not moving. And you feel a hand on your shoulder. Kneeling down and next to you is Erastil, the Deadeye. His large, muscle-bound form close to yours, his deer-like head turns to yours. He locks eyes with you. And his other hand, while left hand on your shoulder, the right hand points across the glen to the other side. And you just hear the word, look. And looking across, well, you feel you're trying to move ahead, but you're still in this memory, this alive memory. You cannot move. But you peer your eyes, you focus as best you can, and you can see among the trees on the other side a cloaked figure with glowing green eyes.
I can I
And the
say
scenery
who's that?
just you go to ask, but you try to speak, but all you can hear is like muffled noises, like trying to speak into a quiet chamber. The sounds just die away inches from your mouth, and you're stuck in this scenery for what feels like an eternity until you eventually wake up, just staring into those green eyes.
Oh, my heart.
Wait, you wake up and
Morning
you stare
comes
into green
too.
eyes? Oh no, okay. No,
No.
I heard that wrong. I was like, who is in
Everyone-
our room? Okay.
As the
No,
morning
no,
comes
yeah,
to,
green
you all wake up.
vines.
You all have a long rest. The cleric and druid may take a peek at their spells if you want to change anything.
Ooh.
Before everyone gets up, Arthur wants to go be already upstairs, sitting at a table with a cup of coffee in hand and playing with his ring.
Yep.
So we wake up and Arthur's not around?
Just like the morning before.
God damn.
It's like
it.
before.
If it was like the morning before, then Rudy is not concerned at all in the slightest.
Yeah.
He was about to start
I mean-
looking for Arthur, but yeah.
We know that Arthur doesn't need to sleep, so he's
Mm.
often up and about doing whatever.
He's the
true,
early
that's true.
bird.
Alrighty. Well, Rudy checks on the head, make sure it doesn't need any sort of renewing of the protective spells or whatnot that he does. And he sort of thinks for a moment, like, should I? No. And he sort of wraps it back up. He was gonna He's got to start tending to it to make it a little bit nicer for the afterlife. But then he's like, no, he's not quite ready for that.
Gross.
Look, it's what he did for all his life. He prepared.
Gerald's still
bodies.
fast asleep for another 2 hours.
For
as
the
well.
coming 9 days, we'll go a few days at a time. Everyone says if there's anything special they want to do. We might have some dice rolling, some RP moments, but essentially we'll just go a few days at a time. So is there anything particular anyone wants to do today? Now 8 days until the boat is to leave.
Yes. I think Gerald, if not himself, he would like to. Well, first of all, he'd like to suggest that someone, not necessarily him, goes and updates the Midwinters on what he's learnt about, or what we've learnt about the undead army's destination. That's one thing. And then the other thing is starting research on making a transformation to the Pearl of Power.
Yeah.
Well,
And we've done some talking behind the scenes and an initial dice roll, but essentially this day Gerald spent simply writing in his book. And anyone who peeks over his shoulder would just see sketches, schematics, theories, mathematical, magical formulas, just a lot of number and magic crunching. Yeah.
Nice.
So there is a couple of things that Goose would like to do.
Go ahead.
Well, Goose would like to check in at any leather stores. He wants to because like over the adventure, he's like used up bits and pieces from his leather toolkit. So he wants to like, for like RP purposes, like replenish everything. And also, if there are any rare or interesting like scrap pelts that maybe some like leather workers are getting rid of, maybe he could take it off their hands if they're looking to just chuck it out.
Well, you do know that you got your good old friend Uthard Farley selling spellbeast pelts in the market. But there's also actually a tanner near the barracks that are close to the Midwinter Manor, and you could definitely purchase from like their scraps if that's what you're looking for. If you just want like patches for clothing rather than like big arcs and rolls of leather.
Basically, yeah, like bits and pieces that will be good for repairing and things like that.
I'd
also have a look at the tanning stuff as well, see what they got available.
Yeah, if you want to buy anything from Uthard, that's fine. He currently, if you go look, he only has one spell beast pelt left, and it seems it seems not super well treated. You can definitely tell why it hasn't been purchased yet. It looks rough. It looks like he's probably done this himself. And
he's selling it for cheap.
He's selling it for 20 pieces of gold.
It's not bad, considering potentially what it might be able to do.
I mean,
what can it do though?
Is Goose confident that he could repair it? Is the thing.
I mean, Goose has got some leatherworking skills, right?
He does, yeah.
And apparently,
but it is also
hands.
Yeah, it is also spell beast pelt, and reworking a spell beast pelt it's a little bit tricky because you gotta know how the magic is flowing, what parts of the hide that you have to leave untouched, and so on. So it definitely can be done.
Get by with a little help from your friends.
Goose is up for the challenge. He takes he'll grab that pelt because. Yep. Also, later on, want to try and rework the thunderous raw pelts into something more of a cloak.
Nice.
Like Roju and I were talking about it earlier. Like maybe we can rework it into like a jacket or a coat or something like that.
Something that's not just a bit of skin hung around you. Yeah.
Yeah. As badass as that
pretty
looks.
much, yeah.
By the end of the campaign, Goose is like wearing the pelts of 20 different magic beasts and just activates them one by one in combat.
That'd be amazing.
It would be pretty.
It's like the Technicolor Dreamcoat, except all skins.
Oh my god.
If you go to the Tanners and you just want to have a look at their like scraps and leftovers, I'd say you can spend any amount of money on scraps, and you would then be able to essentially use those scraps to the money value to repair things. Like if you say, I want to mend this thing, I'd say, oh, okay, I'd say it's this much gold out of your scraps.
Okay, cool. So
you decide how much you want to buy, and you have like a pool of repair pieces.
I have like 500 just copper pieces just sitting on me. Can I just get rid of all of that?
Just dump a pile of copper on
that one person who just pays in pennies, like
That's a grandma move right
Can we imagine Goose has this tiny little purse and he just goes and just like 1, 2.
with the glasses on. With the
glasses. He pulls out his reading glasses.
Yep. Here we go.
Precious Goose.
Yeah, no, but if you want to get rid of change, you can definitely use the copper pieces.
Yes, I was getting my many gold pieces. Oh, copper. 1, 2, 3.
And I mean,
I'll get rid of that.
500 copper pieces is still 50 gold.
Wait.
I
But
think.
my
No,
total
it's
is
5
currently-
gold. 5 gold.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
That's a lot. Oh,
Because like
Oh,
I have
no.
43 in gold in total for all my coins.
No, it's 5 gold pieces.
Okay. I mean, is that gonna get me a fair decent amount of scrap? These are scrap
It would
pieces.
definitely.
think so.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll spend 5 gold and 500 in copper pieces.
Cool. Yeah. So you can remove those copper pieces, and you can add to your equipment just 5 gold's worth of leather scraps.
Cool. I guess I'll add that in as like a custom or something.
Yeah. You can fill with that, and we'll see. Is there anything anyone else wants to do?
No.
Go
Arthur.
Arthur Blend.
Arthur is gonna get absolutely drunk from
Oh.
that. From that
Arthur starts
dream.
day drinking.
From that dream he had, he just wants to try and forget it. So he will try his best and drink his sorrows away. How much gold will I need to spend on that?
Well, that
How
depends on what
lightweight
you
is Arthur?
want.
How lightweight is he?
A tankard of ale is 5 copper. A bottle of wine is 1 gold.
Well, look, he's going to be drinking all day, so let's go the wine because he's feeling a little fancy.
How much wine is it then?
He's going to drink probably 3 bottles of wine and then go into tankards.
Fuck.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you even get alive after 3 bottles of wine?
I'd say make a Constitution save for the end of the day.
I will.
Oh
Go on.
no.
22.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I mean, that's a
Oh, nice. You
natural 20.
feel fine. Yeah, you got a bus definitely, but you don't feel like
No
because
hangover.
you still seem to you seem to subconsciously find that sweet spot of how fast you can drink to prevent yourself from going full
Sweet.
drunk.
Sweet. Yep. I know
Nana's
that feeling.
gonna join him for the last drink just to make sure he's okay and kind of slide in next to him because
Yeah,
she
but I'll
has
say
to, yeah.
I'll say if you remove then 3 gold and say 3 silver pieces.
Yep, I can do that. I've done the gold already, so
Speaking
I'll-
of Nana, what's Nana gonna do for the day?
Well, Nana, I probably has seen that Ormus day drinking and is like, this doesn't seem quite right. Like, he's spicy, but not this spicy. So, I think she's gonna go and probably grab a tankard of ale because you don't let someone drink alone, right? Especially when you're your patron is basically the god of drunkenness.
Nana's all about it now.
Nana's all about it. So she's
all about
gonna
this
grab a
life
tankard
now.
of ale. Was that a silver? I think.
It's 5 copper.
5 copper. Whoops, my bad. So
We get back and just.
we're gonna
Arthur and Nana are
remove
just like,
that.
They're singing
and
sea
she's just
shanties
gonna-
now.
Yeah, she's just gonna sort of be there and not really pry, but just kind of
Just be the
scoot in the seat and be like,
silent
I hope I
comforter.
can join you. I wouldn't want you to be drinking alone. Not without me.
Come on, Nana, let's have a round.
Yeah. Oh, and Nana will buy you a rounds, okay?
And last, wrapping up the first day, what is Rudy doing?
Rudy is feeling a little lost because not only he's got to find a solution to this divine implement problem. So the first thing he's gonna do is he's gonna walk around town and he's trying to think to himself. He's like, how is he gonna best represent his new patron as well as something that he can utilize effectively. So his first thing is gonna be something that's functional. So he's gonna look around for a clothier.
Easy enough to find. You find they don't have like fancy compared to where Rudy grew up. You do not find like silks and fine spun woolen cottons.
He's actually gunning
You
for
find
fancy,
you find
Josie.
like rusting. No, it's really hard to find. You find
Yeah.
rustic. You find practical. You find thick hides, furs,
What's okay? He looks for something.
burlap.
Oh no. Okay.
Yes,
He looks for a good. Okay, he looks for a nice thick, like a double layered hide. Like it's been like it's like 2 or 3 layers that are stitched together, sort of thing. That looks plain, but like maybe like. Yeah, let's. Maybe it has like some fancy thread or something.
I mean, what are you using it for? Like, how much do you want? Because you can definitely find someone.
The main things Rudy's looking for is that it has to be like double or triple layered, so that he can fit something in between the layers later. Because he's got an idea about how he can best represent his new patron, but also not, literally start walking around with bones and shit.
Okay. Do you want are we talking a pocket, or are we talking like a glove? Or
a glove. Sorry, like still looking for a glove. Yeah.
So you would want to commission then, say, a glove that has like a hidden pocket where where you grab it to pull it on. Is that what you're asking? So like you could open up the top of it.
Nah,
and
he
put something
honestly
inside.
hidden pocket not required. He's actually got an idea. It's more just like multiple layers. So if he needed to slip something inside the layers and then resew it, he could do that.
It can definitely be found. And do you want to buy a pair or just a single glove?
Just a single glove.
I'd say you could easily get it for 8 copper pieces.
Okay, awesome, done.
Michael Jackson over here.
It's clothing. It's common clothing for this area. It's like thick. It's very. It's stiff though. It's like you lose some of your hand dexterity. Definitely.
Yeah,
it's
fine.
very
That's
stiff to move in.
He wields a mace one-handed. He's all good.
Yeah.
You are seriously just gonna put a shard of the mask in the glove, aren't you?
Nope.
Just for Cuddly's knowledge.
Nah, he's got another plan. You'll find out.
Oh no! Don't put part of the head in there, please. Sir.
Wow!
I don't
Wow!
think it works like
What do you
that.
think I am, Cuddly? Oh my god!
A very dark version of Rudy. That's what I think you are.
No. Preposterous. Rudy is nothing
And I
but
will-
sunshine
No.
and rainbows.
No.
Rudy's entering his emo phase.
Not
Straight
that
out getting the
phase.
scene hair and everything.
I
Yeah.
don't want you
Is
to
there-
phase, Nana.
Oh my god.
Finding and buying a glove is something that doesn't take too long. Is there anything else you use your day for?
On his wanderings, he's also looking for like a. Okay, now everyone, don't jump down my throat for this. He's also looking for a graveyard.
You do not find a graveyard per se.
Okay,
You find a
yep.
cemetery.
A cemetery. That works well.
I know
Is there
that.
anyone? Is there anyone like tending He's specifically looking for anywhere where they might prepare the dead, because he wants to go back to his roots and maybe practice some of his previous craft.
Yeah. You do find.
No, Rudy. Gerald would know this. He wouldn't have kept this hidden. But like Rudy, when he was younger, the chapel and whatnot he grew up in, it essentially took care of the dead and prepared the dead for their next stages. So
I think I remember you saying
embalming
that
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So Rudy,
yeah.
he's feeling lost. He's feeling very put out at the moment by like his patrons, and he's looking for guidance. And like the rest of the party might not be aware of this, but like he's looking back to find a way to move forward.
Just
Reconnect.
as Orb, did you just make a character of me?
Wait, what? Oh, no! No! Not intentionally!
The ship goes
my God.
deeper.
This is where it's
Yes! The ship goes.
Wait, are we all
Oh.
secretly Orb?
Yes. Question: Did anyone today write out anything for the midwinters? Because if not, I forgot to mention Banana can write like little notes or whatever if we
Banana?
decided to actually send it to them or whatever.
I
I forget how we're supposed to get in contact. Like a little whatever. It sounds like they don't really want to hear from us.
They've got a place.
Yeah.
So
I know, but we're not really supposed to see them. We're not supposed to show up at their door again. Didn't she just basically go, "There's no need to come back"?
yeah,
Back off.
well,
Yeah.
I mean, but now we've got more information, so they
Mm.
probably want to know.
Okay. Well, maybe we can do it in the evening or something.
I will, to round out Rudy's a day in Ba Sing Se.
Yes!
There's no war.
Respect, lust.
There's
man.
no
I
war.
respect
No.
you so much more now.
I can't believe you weren't already respecting me to the max.
Well, I'm saying it was 100, and now it's 150.
Well, he did summon a horse of you, so I'd say the respect was pretty high before.
Okay, but you find what you find and what you learn. We won't go into full RP about it. You find at the side of the cemetery is indeed a small building. It's not a full graveyard. There's not a like full temple or a house of worship adjacent, but you do find it's very adjacent to a workshop. It looks like just almost a morgue. And during the day working there, helping out, because the person who's working there, also human, looks worn, overworked, and is happily, like, if you offer help, gives you a few questions about, like, pretty much like a very on-the-fly job interview but incredibly basic questions.
Okay.
And you find out that the giants have their own way of interring the dead that involves a lot of ice. They have a thing similar to a temple outside of the city where they take theirs. But all of the non-giants, upon death, unless they have the specifics from their families, their own traditions, the body, or what's left of the body in some cases, is simply brought to this person who just puts them in the ground pretty much and takes care of them and has their own little rituals. Yeah, it's very much like it's a thankless job, but somebody's got to do it.
Well, Rudy would Rudy would see, you know, because like obviously if it is a thankless job, it's a job, right? You know, obviously, you know, they're not taking care of themselves properly. Like I could probably see like their hands are probably like very scuffed and like
Not the hands.
and like nails would have like grime and like body like nips and chunks and stuff underneath it. So Rudy, he sort of initially focuses a little less on helping the bodies and more like maybe giving tips on like, you know, keeping up hygiene on the hands and
The person, it's more the person after working a body washes their hands definitely, but it's very much like, why would I care about my hands when I'm already inside the dead body working? It's more like project done. Now I go wash my hands.
Yeah, Rudy, he respects that. Absolutely, would never dream of trampling on the giant's way of life and thinking, but does slide, like he tries to slide some
Backseat gravekeeping.
Yeah, backseat gravekeeping. That's exactly right.
Does he just say lavender oil? fixes all.
While the giant's not looking, he puts a few drops into the washing trough and just like
Didn't you say this was a human?
It's a
human.
It's human. Sorry. So
You
he's
can absolutely
I,
trample on
because
their red blood
I
cells.
said
Oh,
the,
there.
giants,
Oh, in that
the
case,
giants had their own thing.
Oh, right.
This
Sorry, I
person takes care of the
misinterpreted.
non-giants.
Oh, in that case, he goes to town. He fucking like smacks the guy in the back of the head halfway through the day. He goes, no, this is how you do it. And he's like, he pretty much takes over. But while it's more involved, it's actually faster. It's more involved, but like better.
I'd say make a charisma check. Just charisma.
What if you get a 0 and you get kicked out?
I fucking hope you do.
Oh my god.
19, mother humpers! Yes!
Yeah,
my
there's
God.
definitely this
Yes.
person very quickly picks up on you having more experience in Care of the Dead, and easily, quickly, within the first half an hour, takes a backseat and just starts doing what they're told.
Yes!
Rudy's staying here. He's got a new job.
Rudy, honestly, he's presented himself as just someone who wishes to practice his craft and just, has time to take care of. He does nothing else. Like, he doesn't do anything else. He just helps. Doesn't even want payment. Just helps.
Yeah. And you are offered payment. It's not a lot, but you are offered what looks to be a handful of coppers and silvers.
Rudy takes it, but then when the guy's not looking, puts it back where puts it back in like whatever.
And you notice throughout the day, people who come and leave bodies or what's left of a body, they seem to pay what they can. There's not like a price list on it. There's not. Some people don't even pay, and the person running the show says it's fine. Don't worry about it. And at the end of the day, you all meet up for dinner. I don't know, Gerald. Does Gerald all join the others for dinner, or is he buried in books?
I would say that he's probably buried in books. I think he'll only probably be eating if Nana's like, Gerald, you're not eating.
And she is.
Oh yeah. 100%.
She kind of just pokes him with the spoon until he's like, "Oh my god, okay."
Calm down.
So while
Are you
you're-
coming? Food. You're split up now.
While you're all having dinner, and you're all just getting seated and having dinner. Rudy's probably already on his second serving.
Very
You
hungry.
do see coming over to your table. You see taking a hood off, this thick white green cloak, a half elven woman, side cut, short hair on one side. It looks like pixie cut, but one side sheared off.
Oh.
And
She's so cool.
she looks not full elf, not human, somewhere in between half, 3/4, who knows.
Whoa.
And she walks in. She's holding what looks to be a coffer under her arm, like this. She sees all of you, comes over, puts the coffer down, and says, "I assume you are the group from the guild, the Midnight Suns."
Yes.
Oh yes,
we
that
are.
would be us.
Ah, yes.
Rudy says with a face full
Yes,
of
good.
big fish.
Perfect. She pulls out a note and reads, "It is due payment for damages prevented. I was told to give you all. The contents is yours to do what you will. We do ask that you, in some way, shape, or form, return the coffer to us. And also,
for the Midwinters.
and also, I would like to say I heard what you did in the mines. There's an expedition in a few days to go and clear up what's left, to handle what's still there, and we will be looking for volunteers. I don't know if that's something you'd all be interested in, but I want to put that out there so you know in advance. Keep your
I'll
ears
definitely
and
come
eyes
out and
if
help
you
to
want.
clear out.
Oh yeah.
But thank
That I
you.
can
You
produce flame.
just ask for me. My name's Kira. And if anyone looks quizzical about that, I lead the third company of city rangers.
Ooh.
Oh, that's very lovely. Nice to meet you, Kira.
It's not too big of an we're pretty much the reserves.
If you don't mind, how would you best like this coffer returned to you once we go through everything?
It all depends. You could send it with send it by courier. You could give it to the guards at the Midwinter Manor.
We could bring it ourselves if you'd like. Nana's like trying to get the ball rolling because we all have to talk to Midwinters anyway.
Sure, definitely.
Oh, that would be
it just needs to be brought back in one shape or form. Otherwise, you'll be charged with payment for the coffer itself.
Wonderful. All right, thank you so much. And I would be interested in coming on your expedition and volunteering anything that I can. I think Goosey here slaps his bicep way harder than is necessary, but he barely feels it.
Yeah, he barely feels it.
He's just like, huh? Would also be interested, right?
Oh, of course.
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah, we will be rounding up volunteers, and what I heard at least, it's that they're not giving out any monetary payment, but there's to be some form of recompense for any volunteers who partake.
I just want to make sure that nothing weird crawls out of that mine or anything.
Yeah,
make sure it's nice and clean.
I was and had a look, and crawling is a good word. There was a lot of crawling. Yeah, I did not.
I'll make sure. The Goose will make sure nothing crawls anymore.
Well, we'll be counting on you, Goose. You all have a pleasant meal. I have other matters to attend to, and I'll see you around. And she puts the hood back up, opening the door. You can see it looks to be picking up a snowstorm or heavy snowfall, at least, with heavy winds outside. And you're left to your meal.
Let's have a look at the
have this in the middle of the restaurant, or are you saving it for later?
No.
We'll
to our room.
Yeah,
Yes.
take it back to the room. Yeah.
We'll finish our fish and then go upstairs.
Arthur's sort of obviously buzzed. And goes, "Who was that lady?"
Arthur, she
is that Madame Tusk's new favorite?
No, Arthur, it's all good. We'll explain in the morning. You just and Rudy slides over another tankard. You just take care of this, mate. You just take care of this.
But she looked amazing. She looked almost.
Arthur, did you hear the conversation that we had with her?
Many people look amazing when you've had as much wine as you have.
She put something down in front of us, and it looks very cool. I want to go through that, and then I want to go through that. I mean, I'll go see that.
Arthur, she said very specifically, you didn't hear the conversation. You were too busy with your wine, but she said very specifically that we are not to open this at the table, and that she was already taken and very, very happy with her life partner while glancing at you. So I think she I think she was smitten, but very much taken, Arthur. Not this time, mate. This time, just distract here, and it really pushes the drink to his hands.
I wanted a deception check right now.
Rudy changed deity.
Arthur picks up his tankard and let's go then. He's just a bit sad, but he's interested.
I'd say to pat Arthur on the back, don't worry, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Big fish.
Please.
Giant fish, even.
I will say, everyone, take off minimum 3 silver, 5 copper for dinner, for the day's food, so to speak.
Yep.
All right.
3 silver and 5.
And I will point out, if anyone leaves any drinks left on the table, there is a tiny little gnome who feels very compelled to not leave any alcohol left on the table.
That's why Arthur took his.
You think Goose is gonna leave a drink undrunk on the table, please?
I have to. It's like a vacuum. I have to. It's my thing now. I have to celebrate my patron.
God damn, I don't have my
getting
vacuum
drunk.
up here, but just pick Nana up like a handheld vacuum and just
Yeah, when Arthur spills a drink. Just
Do a cake stand.
Can
you imagine?
Gerald's drink is completely untouched. Like he's very preoccupied with his books. So he's sort of like,
Gerald, what's wrong? You've barely touched your ale.
I ate my food, Nana.
Babe, what's wrong?
Wait, Gerald, are you gonna eat that giant fish that's in front of you? I mean, I'll half it with Goose. You know what? It's okay. It's all right. I got this for you, mate.
I've already had some food. Look, I've got some ideas. I need to get them down.
Rudy's already taken the plate. It's gone.
Nana's like trying to like feed him with the mug, but if she maybe gets a couple sips and she's like, "Fuck it."
Arthur's gonna pick up his tankard. He's gonna pick up the what do you call it?
The coffer.
The coffer.
No.
And sort of grabs Goose.
No. The coffer is away from Arthur.
Oh.
The coffer's away from Arthur.
No,
but
no
you eventually. Yeah, you have just a little bit of a tug of war about the coffer. There's some discussions, but you eventually find yourselves back in the room. And if you open up the coffer, it contains a total of 550 pieces of gold.
Oh my god, it's the arm again.
Oh my god, oh no.
I can go back and buy the arm back.
Well, I mean, this would probably be split evenly between all of us.
And 175 gold worth in pearls.
Oh.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
How much?
So 550
Hang
gold.
on. Ooh,
And
hang
how
on.
much in pearls?
It's 175, and they're split up. There's a number of pearls that all equal to about 25 gold each. So there's 7 pearls.
Do we need the pearls for anything?
Yes.
Does anyone have stuff? Okay.
Well, the pearls can be used for spell casting.
Okay. No, that's fine.
I mean, it's not enough for a revive spell, but it's about halfway.
And it's also you would also know that like actual cash in this city seems to be scarce. So this is probably just a way like here's some value.
Stuff. Yeah. Well, if you mention that you might need them for spell casting, we can just. Nana won't.
It's a possibility.
Like,
There's several spells for different various classes that has pearls.
Wouldn't need
actually,
it.
hold on. It's gonna be diamonds. It's gonna be diamonds.
Yeah,
for
your
Rudy.
resurrection.
Hold on. Yeah, it's gonna be diamonds. So.
You could definitely trade.
Yeah.
You could trade them in.
Yeah.
So how much worth of pearls did you say though?
They are
175.
7 pearls. Yeah,
gold.
7 pearls at 25 gold each.
But yeah, if you need them, just speak up because I don't think Nana's gonna care if she gets a proper split or not. Really.
Well,
I think it's
Well, I mean, of course we split the gold, so that's like.
Yeah.
You said it was
But,
100.
The gold is 110.
Yeah, so
Gold would
110.
be 110.
Yeah, 110 each.
Yeah, 110. Oh, that's so much.
That's so much
I
gold.
can tip so much with this gold.
Oh my god.
dear.
Nana, please.
how about we just let one person hang on to the pearls for now?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Gerald, did you want to hold on to the pearls, or do you not want to be a robbery target? Would you rather someone else?
That's some loaded language.
Wait,
You can put them in my bag if you'd like, but I don't really have any use for them.
Yeah, put them in. Put them in Nana's bag.
Nana.
Robbery?
Oh, it's okay, Gerald. Just you have your nose buried in a book. I'm afraid that you're gonna walk down an alley and you're gonna be mugged.
Well, if they try to
Is that
get
a
in
thing?
there, they
Do
really
they
won't
have-
come back out. So it's
Is
probably
Bourne known
fine.
for its muggings?
Well, I mean, it's a city, isn't it?
I
Were they
hadn't
not
considered
people?
that, Rudy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gerald.
no.
I hope you don't lose sleep tonight, mate. You know what? I didn't think I didn't choose my words. You know what, Gerald? Just and Rudy starts like throwing like math equations at Gerald to try and like get him distracted.
You know what? That just makes my work all the more important.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yep. Excellent. Fantastic. Happy to help anytime.
Not helping Rudy, but thank you.
Will Goose ask Gerald to properly identify the pelt you bought from Uther?
Oh, yes, that's a good idea. Gerald, I picked up this interesting pelt. Would you like? It's from a spell piece. Would you like to look at it?
Oh, well, yeah, yes, I can sort of.
If you're not too busy with the
bookmarks.
books and stuff that you've got going on here, I wouldn't want to interrupt.
I mean, this will only take 10 minutes, 11 minutes or so. And puts a bookmark in his book and sets
Thank
it
you.
down.
Thank you.
Yeah, give me a moment. He sets up a couple of various terrible smelling candles, and
Great.
and pulls out the pearl from the naiad and places a hand on the pelt and focuses.
And Nana tells the
his
plant
energies.
not to touch the candles. No, you don't ever
The
touch
candles.
these.
The candles fill the room with like just the smell of burning flesh and burning, just like burning plastic and flesh almost. It's just like, oh, it's so
Oh my
pungent and
God.
bitter.
That's
But you do
disgusting.
find out
Yeah,
it seems
Gerald
to be the pelt.
closes his
The
eyes
pelt
and
seems.
focuses.
Yeah, the pelt seems to be. It's very tarnished. It's terribly flayed, but it seems to be from some sort of a snowland fox. And its effect is to be able to use the mage hand cantrip.
Mage hands.
And
Oh.
as you all come to sleep the second night, we're going to go on a quick break.
Oh, good. I need to
Yay,
run.
okay,
Halfway
oh, yeah.
through.
I didn't realize.
I've hydrated quite a lot. and
Refill
that's no good.
drinks. Go to the bathrooms.
Nice.
I'll be back.
Anyone who's got questions?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna get out of this fluffiness because it's just a little bit too warm. So just
You
bear
know what?
with me for a moment.
I might lose the cat lady
Yeah.
sweater as
I'm
well.
gonna
So
go off
I might
because
as
I
well.
don't wanna,
I'm just gonna-
I don't want to
Lucy.
make anyone
Please
too
do.
uncomfortable. So hang on, we're just gonna. I've taken.
Yeah.
Just gonna,
We-
Ozzy,
we've
you're
closed
not making
enough.
us uncomfortable. You're just
Oh,
teasing
no.
us at this point.
Ah,
Wow.
There we go. Look,
Yeah,
look at that.
this
Ah.
is a strip tease that we're
This is
watching here.
That's so rude. Imagine being
It's-
Ozzy
no.
and not
I
giving
got
his
one. I
chat
got
what they
one.
thirst for, which is
Burlesque.
Yeah.
an Udi
Burlesque. I
removal.
love it. I love it.
Udi
Burlesque.
removal burlesque. All right, no, I gotta
Look
pee.
how
Wait,
thick
I'll be
this
back.
thing is.
Yeah,
It's
me too.
crazy.
I'll be right back as well.
Oh, all right. I'll hold the fort then. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So-
Oh, that's right. Roger's still here.
Yeah,
It's-
wow. Okay.
Yeah, well, sorry. Okay. So we just had a few new people come into chat over the course of that first part. So just in case anyone needs like a super rough, quick edition as to what is going on in this
Welcome,
campaign.
you people.
First and foremost, welcome. Yes, I appreciate you guys coming in, and I appreciate a couple of you learning about D&D for the first time, which is fantastic. It's always good to get more people involved in Dungeons and Dragons. No, we're not doing a striptease hot tub stream, Tradie. No.
He says
So-
that now, but you just
Yeah,
wait.
yeah, we'll do a subathon at some point, and that might be a goal at like 500 subs. How's that? So, so we are a party of adventurers that work for the Midnight Suns Guild of Adventuring. Have I got that
I
right?
hear a lot of question marks in that, but yes, you're right.
there was a question mark in between each letter. We were contracted to locate a man with a bug skull mask, and we chased him all the way along this horribly frozen wasteland. Eventually getting to the city of Bura, we confronted him in a mine. He proceeded to challenge us. We beat him up, accidentally killed him. A barbarian decapitated him.
And his pet undead beholder.
He had an undead beholder, which thankfully did not unleash the full wrath of a beholder on us.
Oh my, we got so fucking lucky. Like
We got, very, very lucky.
Because of Orb.
no,
no,
just because
no.
Josie didn't roll any disintegrates.
She was, if one of those eye stalks did disintegrate orb, Arthur might have lost an arm.
No, Arthur would have lost more than an arm. Arthur
Yeah,
would have been
Arthur would have lost
insta-killed
Arthur.
and turned to dust.
Yeah, I read that. I read it the other day.
Yeah,
And
you read what disintegrate does? It's bad
Yeah.
news.
It's very
it
bad
is very
news.
bad because
Yeah.
it's not like it just disintegrates the finger or an arm.
Especially
It just
especially
grows
at our
and
level.
grows and you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
no, if it
it's
takes
like
you to
Thanos
zero, you're
snap.
literally entirely dust.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're Thanos snapped. It's bad news. But the only person who would have survived, even on average damage, is Dusk Goose. Every single one of us, otherwise, were insta kills.
But at the same time, though, that cemetery thing,
Oh,
I actually really enjoyed that. Not enough pay. Overworked. I'm starting to feel a
Oh,
lot
don't
of
worry,
that.
Yeah, I can
Arthur,
see you
look, there's-
nodding along. You're
Arthur,
like, yeah,
there's-
preach.
Preach to the
Oh my
Lord.
god. Okay, Orb, there's another layer of this coming, and you were going to start disagreeing with what's going to happen very, very soon. There's another layer to this.
First, you make a character about me, and now you're gonna turn me like
Hey,
it's just
this whole angle only started because of an accidental choice Darcy made. Okay.
Accidental choice,
And
excuse me?
We are. I didn't know she was the fucking Paladin princess. Okay, I'm working with what I've got.
I do want to say, Orb, if it feels like I'm offending your line of work in any way, feel free to say so.
No. I was just saying that you are preaching. You're like underpaid and hard worked and overtime. Like you know.
Okay.
I was like, just sing it. Just sing it.
Louder for the people in the back.
Please tell me when you go to work, you're gonna have like a wash basin, and you're gonna drop some lavender in the wash basin for me. All right.
I have hospital grade disinfectant that smells like lavender.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Okay. We're good on this now. Thank you.
But the thing is, I use gloves 90% of the time.
Yeah. Fair call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'd be concerned if you weren't.
The other 10%, I'm fully suited up.
Of
in,
course,
like,
yeah.
latex and
Hazmat.
yeah, hazmat stuff.
Are we
Anyway.
jumping it back in? Are we getting straight back
yes,
in?
wait,
Well,
someone in chat
Any
said,
quick out of game questions? Any clarifications? Any?
yes.
Quick statement. Since you mentioned that, I've had thankless job from Reaper the Genetic Opera stuck in my head.
Oh, it's a thing.
Thankless job.
Somebody's got to do it. Peeling up the tissue inch by inch, skinning off the muscles too.
Yeah.
Hey, I love it.
Don't
I know some people in
out.
chat will be very happy to hear that too.
Were you talking about the meatball?
It's a good
before
movie.
God, I gotta
Were we
watch that
talking about
movie
The
again.
undead meatball?
Undead
Anyone?
We
Meatball.
did mention
Sorry.
We were talking about the undead meatball.
Oh yeah,
before
we
this?
did. Yeah, we were.
Okay, Osmosis says when they don't know about the petrification eye. So cute.
This one didn't
Was-
have petrification. It was undead. So half the eye stalks
has
were
4,
busted, and it
yes.
could only do it at random.
It had disintegrate, enervate, fear, and I think telekinesis.
Yeah,
It was a nerfed beholder. It was not running on all
It's-
cylinders.
It's a zombie beholder straight
It's
from
a
the
zombie
monster
beholder.
manual.
yeah.
And we love that for it. Hear me, Osmosis?
We fed it to the
Do you
vultures.
fucking hear me? Thank you. Yeah,
And
we fed
Arthur
it.
kicked his ass.
You also pulled an arm from inside its mouth.
Which Rudy
Yeah.
will now never know where it came from because we gave it away.
Full money.
You also gouged its eye out and sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good though.
Good value. Good value.
We're gonna get the schematics on the hand anyways.
Yeah,
So we'll
exactly.
get some value out
Get
of it.
something out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We don't-
we-
Aside from the
I love
Proteus
it.
gold.
It'll be like in half a year from now, Gerald will just get like a big mail in game, just like this big box, just with like all the research notes from the arm.
I can't.
Oh, is it going
That'd
to
be
say where it
fantastic.
came from? Because that'd be cool.
Who knows? There
Again,
might be like
probably.
a magical signature of who made it.
Ooh.
Fancy.
But
Anyway.
are we getting back in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get to day 2. Is there anything particular anyone wants to do? I know.
Sit down and bring the coffer back and tell them our stuff. Write it like a little list of stuff to tell them, so Nana doesn't forget.
Yeah, and you wrote down all the pearls, yeah.
Yeah, I wrote
Totally
down.
slash Nana.
I wrote down the stash, but then
Just make sure the pearls go into your inventory.
Oh, add them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll add them.
because we don't want to misplace hundreds of gold.
So did we send Goose with the coffer to go take it back to, and then I thought Goose was going to help out with the.
Oh, Goose can
been a
take the
couple
cover
days,
back, and in
wasn't
the
it?
meantime, he can also drop off a letter for Swan. He wasn't finding postage.
That's right.
Well, Nana will go with Goose because she just fucking will. Okay, so.
You don't need a reason. You can just do it.
Yes.
Do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Does Arthur got a
Let's-
hangover?
No, because you're nat 20. Nah.
Sweet.
We'll go quickly around. Super quick. Just do what is Arthur doing with his day? Is he standing
Arthur-
idle, or do you have anything specific?
Nah, he'll stand idle.
NPC mode
Rudy.
activated.
Yeah,
Rudy he goes back to the morgue and assists again. This time keeping an eye out for any corpses that look particularly broken up or open around a hand area.
Okay. Goose, you wanted to go. Goose and Anna, you're heading to the Midwinter Manor with the coffer and a note. Is that how I understand it?
Oh yeah, I got a note for. But I want to try and find who can send a
Mailman.
note, mail that off.
And
I
Anna,
don't know
you
if-
were bringing a note of information for the Midwinter Council.
Yeah, that will probably, before I say it to them, I might just confirm with you guys what I would have written down. Also, just to let you know, I added the pearls, but it says on there that they're worth 100, so I've just written down that they're worth 25. And
You can go in. You can, if you go into the item, you click customize. It says price override.
You can change the value. Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, okay. I'll do
Handy
that.
dandy.
I'll do that at some point. Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
and I'm assuming Gerald is gonna keep working. And
Oh, yeah. And as soon as I'm done with the schematic phase, then I'll start looking for materials.
yeah, I'll say we'll go through what Goose and Anna are doing, and then everyone except for Rudy will be considered idle, and Gerald can ask them pretty much ask them for help in the process.
Yeah.
So it's time.
Time for a new battery.
Battery.
Oh,
Battery for
I was-
yeah.
She's
I was
like, it's time. And I was like, she's standing up. Is she
I
going to
know.
throw another beholder at us?
Oh God, no!
Please,
Surprise
Josie,
bomb.
don't do it. I don't want it.
Aura just explodes.
A giant meatball rises from the ashes of Bora.
Oh.
I can't see currently. Is the map back on?
Yeah, that's
I can't
fine.
see
Yeah.
currently.
Yes.
Perfect.
Except
Okay.
is it just the I don't know, Nana just looks a little small. I'm not sure if it's just the angle or not.
He's small.
It's just.
I love
cuddly,
the mini though. It just
It's very Nana.
Look,
It's very
cuddly.
Nana.
Don't make the joke too easy for me. All right, it just
I can't-
you're
I
setting
can't
it
do
up
it.
for me,
Do it.
and I just wanted
Set
to
it up.
really
it's
say
just a little,
that
it's just a
an
little
accurate.
gardener.
Like,
It's an accurate representation.
There we
IRL, all right,
go.
cuddly. That's all I'm gonna say.
oh my
and
god. Oh my god, does she have a little plant next to her? This is so perfect and I love everything.
Yeah.
It is no, he's literally, it's just a little smallish humanoid with a big smile carrying a garden hoe and a cup of coffee.
Ah!
That's so
That
me.
works.
That's
That works.
I love
I like it. I like
it.
it. Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through what is Nana. I want you to make sure you got what you want to present to the Midwinter Council.
Yes. So what we decided to tell them, I took notes. I took notes from the
I loved it.
The-
You have no idea the fact that you're actually sitting there writing notes throughout. I'm just like,
well, because I've been meaning to, and then I'll be honest, my desk it's actually a nest of papers, so this is usually very
That's why I'm not writing physical notes. I've got my
Oh.
Google Docs on the side to type all my notes in because I know
Yeah.
my notes are going to get lost amongst the wrappers, the boxes, the medication, and everything.
You guys have useful things on your desk. I just have bills. Is that?
That's what I've got going.
Yeah, not
A
useful.
project with dice in it.
So I have that that the army is actually moving north to the Fiend's stronghold, which is the Cinder Furnace, blah blah blah, below the Citadel, whatever. I have that the group that we encountered that I think we already told them about, the 3 people in there. We're looking for thalage in the mines, or just somewhere in there, and we don't know why.
Yeah,
And that
dragon.
there was a superior Martin, but that's literally such a common name that I don't know if that's gonna help at all. But he was wearing a plague mask, so I think we already told him about that. Other than that, I don't think we really knew anything because we asked him why they were looking. He didn't know, and then we were like, "What did you do?"
Essentially, in the notes, you've written down the name of the one who got away.
Yeah, the superior in the plague mask.
You've written down the name of the location you've been told they're going to.
Yeah, and then who they were looking for. So the dragon.
Their objective was the dragon.
Yeah. So I think just those three things, and I don't think she'll probably put how they know. They'll just be like, "We've come into more knowledge. If you need more information, contact us," kind of thing. And then she might just hand it to, because if they're just dropping the coffer off with the guards, yeah.
And essentially what happens is that you're stopped at the iron fence leading up to the hill where the manor is, and you hand the note to the guard, tell them that it's going to the Midwinter Council. They nod, say the message will be delivered. It'll be put. They kind of give you this look of almost like apologetic, and says it'll be put into the docks. We'll see when it comes through. Like the docket.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Nana just says, "Oh no, it's just so you know. We thought of more things to tell you. So just whenever. We just wanted to leave it with you with this coffer."
I'm sure it'll be appreciated. The council will take the appropriate measures. It's great to hear that you remembered some things and you got more info. We're looking through. We're making the investigation in the mines is underway. We've already come into some information of our own, and and takes the coffer as well. And you can see pretty much hands it to a guard who's on the other side of the gate. Like one's outside, one's inside, and they
no
just
one in, no
pass
one out. I gotcha.
They just pass it through.
Yeah.
And say, "Well, thank you. On the count of the city of Bora, thank you for what you've done. I know for a fact how much you helped. Just let me tell you, there's been some gossip, some rumors among the guards. We all know what you did. We're very grateful."
Oh, thank you so much. And it's so nice to have people like you who are so willing to help us out as well. And Nana just kind of,
If you ever want to hear more stories of the Great Daskus, then join us at the tavern.
Oh my god.
Those will tell many a story.
I'll make sure to note. Which tavern would that be?
Oh crap, what's the name of the
Oh my
the
god.
place up the road.
Wait, what is the tavern?
Sure. Yeah, I know the one. Yep.
You know Madam Task. She runs the place.
Oh, Bramblefrost. Yeah.
Bramblefrost, that's the name.
I like how we don't know the place we're staying. We don't know the place we're staying.
They're
but
on
we
my
know the
other
ship went
pages
all
of
bent.
notes. They're lost in the nest.
Like I told you.
Who wouldn't want to know who all banged?
And Nana's kind of dragging Goose away by the
That was lovely meeting you. Take care. Bramblefrost.
Oh dear.
Finger guns.
Yeah, and I'd say walking around, asking around, you eventually find there's not really a post office, but there is what looks to be at the it would be the eastern exit, the one that you passed by when you came with Rangers to begin with. You passed by this one.
Yeah.
There is what looks to be a large stable, first of all, but there also seems to be next to the stable is like a large building that's just got the three walls. One seems to be open, and you see inside they've got sleds and what looks to be shelves and stacks of paper and packages, and it looks like. And just asking around, they tell you that they can definitely put the letter, send it to Troll Hat, and in Troll Hat it would then be put on a ship, and it would be sent. The postage is 1 silver for a letter.
Yeah.
But they also say that they pretty much only leave once a week, and it's been 3 days since the last shipment went, so there's another 4 days.
We're gonna beat the letter.
No, it's gonna go on the same boat as us. It's gonna legit be on the same boat as us.
I love it. I love
Is
it.
there any way that the letter could be expedited? It's kind of an emergency.
Dude, just send it with Madeline.
It slides over an extra gold piece.
Wait, did Arthur feed Madeline in the last 2 days? just making sure.
You bought extra food. Like Arthur specifically bought extra feed.
Oh, good. Just making sure.
Because Arthur is good owner.
Trying to bribe them, Goose. You see the clerk seems to be someone who's, you get almost intern vibes. This really young halfling person who's just like, oh, I'm not sure. I think because the expedition cost itself is usually around, I think, 8 gold pieces. That is the cost of the feed, and getting back and forth has some hazard. So I would have to ask if you can go back tomorrow. I will ask if we could maybe take off extra early this week. I really can't answer the question. All I could do is ask you to come back tomorrow.
That's all right. The asking is all I can ask for, but thank you for doing so. I shall definitely bring back the 8 gold along with my letter. Thank you for inquiring, though.
I will. And just looks like super awkward, almost a little bit scared.
Can we what's in the stable?
You see what looks to be horses. More
Horses,
like
of course.
ponies, actually.
Mammoths?
They got like a little bit of thicker fur. The mammoths you've seen were outside of the city walls, but you have seen mammoths.
Can we
here.
pet the horses?
There's also a pen of what looks to be large wolves.
Can we pet the wolves?
Are they friendly wolves?
Arthur's like, what? There are wolves.
Maybe Arthur should have come with us to the post office.
And if you ask around, the halfling says, the horses, sure, the horses are very friendly, but the wolves really only they only listen to the postmaster. Really, they're very very particular about that. Even when feeding them, we just throw things.
Not even for
Can I throw a
animal
bit of things in there?
friendship. Animal friendship.
Animal friendship?
I
Can I have animal friendship?
I just it's only me here right now. The postmaster
No,
is
that's okay.
on lunch. I really
That was a question for Josie, not a question for
This poor little intern is like
this
sweating
poor
bullets.
intern. Nana will pet the horses on the nose, and she will like do the little kissy face that you do to like cats to the wolves. She'll be like, and they'll be like, I imagine.
But with hooves, they'll just be like,
with hooves, with paws.
the horses.
Oh no, I meant the wolves. She's
Oh.
not gonna.
Right.
She's gonna respect the no touching rule for wolves. She's not gonna like it, but she's gonna respect it. Also, I want to add that she's had the little plant like just kind of wrapped up in her shawl, like kind of like those little, like she still has it over her head, but those little like baby wraps, and she sort of fashioned one of those. It's really shitty. But she's like
not using the macrame little hanger that I
oh,
made
is it
for
done?
her?
Is it done? If it's
it
done,
done?
she's
It's
using
been
that.
done.
Oh, okay. But like, yeah, she's just carrying it around so she can like give it a tour of the city and tell it where stuff is.
Yeah, and to keep things going, I'm gonna say, Rudy, make an investigation check.
Excellent. All right, this is what I'm looking for. Investigation.
Yep.
Oh, 19. Look at that.
19. You could throughout the day's work, there's no issue pilfering like a handful of figure bones.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry, there was.
No issue.
No issue.
You have. I will say
Mm.
you have enough opportunity. If you actually want to do it, you roll me a sleight of hand.
Right.
And
Rudy would like. God damn it, Roju. Rudy would like to make before he does. He'd like to. I don't know. He wants. Nah. Yeah. You probably can't do that. That's okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Sleight of hand. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's a negative one. I just want to say.
how do you steal a hand without someone noticing?
He doesn't need a hand. He just needs a few bones. Is that worth using? I don't want to get kicked out. Is that worth using an inspiration point for?
How do you remove bones from a hand without people noticing?
Look,
Because I said throughout the day there's enough opportunity for a handful of finger bones. It could be that someone brings back a very decayed hand. There's maybe just like some chewed up hand.
Right. Gotcha.
It's not like it's
I'm
not
not
like
sawing
all
off a
bones from the
hand.
same hand.
I'm not like.
I don't know.
Just want to
you know?
point
Is this
out
going
fire,
in love?
fire does
You
help
know it's going as well.
getting
Okay.
bones, and if it was a cremation,
Look, the rest. Look, Darcy will explain what's happening in due time. With a 10 over the course of the day, does Rudy acquire the bones?
I'd say with a 10, there's a few moments where you stop yourself because you're the other person is watching. You get like 3 finger bones
That's
with
not
this,
enough.
and
He's
you
gonna- yeah.
you don't feel like it's enough.
No, it's not enough for his plan. No. Yep.
I don't want it to be enough.
Believe me, Cuddly, it'll actually be okay. Just trust me on this. How many more days do I have, Josie? I got like what, 4 days?
It's according to my notes, you have 7 days until the vote.
Oh fuck yeah, we'll get this done easy.
But we're moving on to Gerald.
You're gonna have an old skeleton before the week's out.
Yeah,
That's not
Gerald.
what I want.
You have the opportunity to start working on the schematics you've made, and you have at your service several people, and we will after today we'll do several days of time skip. Rudy, do you want to commit to working in this mortuary?
Yes, I do commit, and the goal is to obtain a tip finger bone from each hand, and possibly some form of like a couple of palm bones. That's the goal.
Love that for you.
Okay. I'd say without more rolls than what you've already done, it'll take you I'd say 3 days.
Cool. Awesome. Alrighty. So he's got 4 days to work on the rest of it. Cool.
You sure he doesn't need a hand
And-
with that?
That means unless anyone else wants anything specific, you can all think of ways that you can help. I will let Roju, as Gerald, explain what he's trying to make, and Arthur Orblet, Daskus, and Nana can all think of ways you can participate, and if you can't come up with any ideas yourself, you can ask Roju, Gerald, or you could ask me, and or you could simply abstain and say that you don't want to help in the process.
Yeah, well, that's
So-
help out.
Yeah, go for it.
But
We have
we'll
no idea what I'm doing yet.
limelight on Gerald.
All right. So now that I think I've got a plan that might work, I'm going to first of all look around the markets to see if there's some suitable wood for the purpose.
If you're just looking at the market, you find what looks to be pine. It's
Pine.
dense. It's a dense wood. It's very hard and dense wood.
Not the right kind, though. I'm looking for some dark wood of as close to like ebony darkness as possible. But that's okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to come through here. The only naturally growing trees seems to be just your
mainly
pines and your like I don't know what the English words is, but
That's okay.
it's pine trees.
lighter wood. Yeah, lighter hardwoods. That's fine.
Time to get out the old varnish.
So, because there's none naturally available, Gerald's going to seek out Nana. And he's going to be,
You found her? Yes.
Nana,
Yes. Hello, Nana here.
Hi, Nana. Okay. I've been working on a design to further enhance my spellcasting. I needed some specific wood for the job, and I was hoping, as a druid and one who is attuned with nature and growing plants, he sort of gestures to the carnivorous plant that you've acquired.
And she kind of goes, "You're not having this." What the fuck?
No, I don't need that.
She's like,
that's not what. No, what I need is I need your assistance in crafting a rod length of dark wood. Doesn't have to be ebony necessarily, but as a similar material as possible. Would that be something your druid craft could assist with at all?
Would that be something that actually could be done with plant growth? Or is that
plant
too
growth?
big?
I'd say plant growth could definitely work. You also have the cantrip druid craft,
Yes.
but it would probably. I think plant growth, does it make plants or does it simply make plants bigger?
I think it might just make plants bigger. I'm just trying to vitality into plants. Yeah, it's just making them bigger. I don't have the cantrip prepared, but I probably could by tomorrow. Like if we can change them over in the long rests. Is that right?
I don't. Well,
do you have to prepare cantrips? I don't think you have to.
No.
I think cantrip. We'll talk, Cuddly. I think cantrips in DnD are locked. Once you pick a cantrip, they are picked. But we can definitely talk.
Oh, okay.
I think you had. Yeah, I've seen you use druid craft before. We'll talk later. But you could definitely make a wisdom check. Just your wisdom.
Okay. Where is my wisdom? There we go.
Wisdom.
Please die, please. I suppose I can use an
Please
inspiration
die.
if it's-
What?
No.
No,
It is
no.
a 19 overall.
It's a 19.
No, 19.
You think using your druid craft, while you know that crafting like flowers is easy, crafting, because you would know you have in the past you've made vegetables with druid craft, but that still takes time. Making a full length branch or piece of wood, definitely doable, but it would probably take you a full day or two of work where you'd have to basically sit and just focus, because a branch is a lot more. It's denser, it's thicker, and Gerald is asking for a specific kind.
And you wouldn't have to grow the whole tree, right? Is this dumb? Is this a
No,
dumb question?
you could essentially sculpt the branch or the wood.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just that
she
it
will
takes you time.
Relay this to Gerald and say, "Oh, I think I
Magically
might be
3D
able to
printing.
do something." But dude, 3D. There we go. Done.
3D print a tree.
3D printing a tree. I'll just make sure. I might actually have Druidcraft.
Should
I'm
be in
just
your
trying to-
cantrips.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it is, but that would be pretty dumb for my thing. Anyway, yes. If I can help, I will.
That would be fantastic, Anna. So, and I sort of described the plan to her. Essentially, what I'm trying to do here is have a length of wood to form the rod, and then at the top of it, I'll get you to twist some of the wood around this pearl, and he shows you the pearl of power that we got off the white dragon. Way back in episode 3.
Was it a blue eyes white dragon?
It was a blue eyes white dragon, in fact.
It was.
So
Nice.
I'll get you to. I'll secure this here, and then once you've got the main shaft done, I'll get you to twist the wood around the pearl of power to secure that. Once that's done, I'm going to take this other pearl, and he shows you the cracked pearl from the plane of water. I'm going to take this one, and get some other help securing this with some unmelting ice. And once that's done, could I come back to you and press you once more to grow some roots out of the base of this rod to encage the pearl at the bottom?
Oh, I'll do what I can, Gerald. Yes, just leave it with me, and I'll see what I can do. Now looking, I don't think I do have Druidcraft actually learned.
You
so
have.
we'll
I
have to figure
just
that out.
checked.
Oh, it just doesn't say it's my cantrip. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. Cool. If I can do it,
if you go to the main site of your character sheet and to the right, you instead of actions, you go into spells. It says at the top of the list, if you select all, it says Druidcraft bonus cantrip.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Nana. That'll be incredibly helpful. Do let me know. Do let me know once the main once you've worked the main shaft, and I'll in the meantime.
Phrasing, Gerald. Phrasing.
What phrasing? It just completely passes over his head.
No, it's more of a sculpt than a work, is what I'm saying.
Oh, you sculpt the shaft. Okay, yes. So once you've finished sculpting the shaft, let me know. I will. I'll need to go back into town and find someone who can work in the permafrost material that they have.
Yes, and then I'll come back and I'll root it for you.
Oh yes, that would be fantastic. Yeah, give it a bit of a twist at the top around the pearl, and then root it. Yes.
You know, it's really hard to have
that, please.
It's so hard to have a text conversation with chat about housing prices while this conversation is going on in my ears. Okay, I'm just. Oh my, don't put this.
How long did you want? I always maintain that size doesn't matter, but sometimes people get very specific about their wood, you know.
Yes, this length probably. I think I could. I think we could take one probably about the length of my forearm.
So 12 inches.
Like a bit longer than it's a rod, so I mean a bit longer than a wand, but not quite a staff.
Oh my god! Can Nana work with something that big? Look how small she is.
Oh no!
This
Nana's
is not
lived
for
a long
me,
time.
Rudy. This is for
she's
Gerald.
capable of a
Whatever
lot.
Gerald wants, we can accommodate. So
Can
yes.
you take that sort of thing, Gerald?
Pardon? Oh yes, I should be.
Could
I
you
should be
take
able
12
to.
inches?
Oh, it shouldn't be too long for me. I mean, I'm not going to be taking a full wizard staff, you know. Just a,
Point this to girth here, okay?
this is just a rod, Arthur.
Moving on. Moving on.
Yes.
Nana gets to work on the rod.
Oh well.
I'm so happy for this.
I saw the drawing as we were discussing this earlier. I knew it was going to come to this.
Yeah.
Yep. While like the design I drew while discussing with Gerald yesterday, I was just like, oh, this looks.
I haven't seen. Wait, have the rest of us seen this? I haven't seen.
No,
this.
I got a sneak peek as I was hanging out with Rudy today.
Oh, okay.
I love it.
All right, okay.
We need to see.
Yeah,
I swear to God, if you have a phallic wizard staff, I will.
No, it actually
this
it
down.
looks
It's a rod.
very-
Sorry,
a rod.
Rod, my
It's a
bad.
rod, first of all.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Very different. It's not a wand, it's not a staff, it's a rod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm an idiot. Druidcraft showed up. It just needed a second to wake up, so we're good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wake up!
Happy.
So I'm gonna because I don't believe that anyone in the party would have any abilities that would help with working.
Well, you can send them out to
unmelting
commission
ice.
items. It could be anything from just sending someone out to get a resource that you need. It could be helping you out, working out some formulas or doing fine work. Like, for example, if you wanted to, Daskus could probably cut and make like leather wrappings to make a handle to go to go on the rod.
Got plenty of leather now.
That's true. That's true.
We left some leather with the rods.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
And I don't know. You could always.
I will inquire at least with Arthur and Rudy. I will come.
Rudy's
and say,
not around. Rudy's
Rudy's
doing
busy for
yeah.
at least the next few days.
I'm perusing hands and bones. Lead me to my work.
So that's Nana's thing. I'm just getting water.
I mean, if Arthur's around and is not day drunk,
no, not this time.
Yes, or he would come and go, Arthur, I know you're a rangerly type apparently. Do you have any woodworking skills or crafting skills that I'm not aware of? Because I'm trying to. I'm not much of a crafter myself, but I'm trying to design a thing that I'm going to then further enchant. Do you have any skills in the crafting areas that might be useful?
Look, not particularly. Like I know how to survive and put up a tent with rope work and fix my bow if I really have to. But I wouldn't say that I would have a particular good handle at crafting things. Like what sort of things do you need me to help craft? Sort of like.
Well, you're a dexterous fellow if you're not necessarily able to craft things per se, but you're good with you're quite dexterous with your fingers, yes?
Yes. You could say that, yes.
Yeah, because I'm not bad myself, but I don't think I'm quite at your elven level.
Thank you for those kinds words.
Well, those are just facts, Arthur. If you're free later, I might grab just your use of your hands, if you would.
Oh yes, look, my hands, like you said, are very dexterous, and they're good working on multiple things.
Thank you, because at the moment I'm getting Nana to sculpt my rod, and I could definitely use your dexterous hands to work the pearl at the top while she twists it.
Yep.
I will also point out a valid way to go about it is Arthur would have knowledge about treatment of wood. From taking care of his bow and his arrows. He would probably have some materials in its backup, like oils for woodworking, maybe some like files and sandpaper, just like little things for maintenance of wooden items.
That I'm crafting this out of wood, of course.
So I'd say as a ranger, Arthur would definitely have like a little kit of maintenance for your bow and these things to keep the wood like varnishes and oils.
Definitely, when it's all done, I can make it look very, make it very weather protectant and make it very sealed.
Yes, honestly, I hadn't even thought of that. That would be excellent, Arthur. Thank you.
Look, you gotta protect your wood. Otherwise, you get splinters. And
that's a good point. I hadn't even considered getting splinters.
Friction burns.
Friction burns. Yes. You need that protection. You need that protection.
Oh just throwing fuel on the fire. Damn it.
Honestly, Rudy's happier with the cadavers at the moment. This is.
I mean,
he feels the disturbance in the force, and it's like, I'm glad I'm here.
I don't mind if the rod's got a little bit of roughness, but could help smooth it out. That'd be definitely helpful.
Yeah. No problem.
Thank you, Arthur. I'll come and talk to you later then.
Okay, no problem.
I will then ask for Arthur's participation in this process. Make a dexterity check.
Okay, sure.
15.
15.
Do I need to roll anything?
15. Good. You already rolled. You had a nature check.
That was a +7.
Oh, that's
you had your wisdom check. You had
my
your wisdom check.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Ed, last part would be if there's any way Goose would help in this. Anything from just being like running around town, picking up anything Gerald would need, to pretty much like holding things in place.
Well, I still need a way to deal with this ice part to secure the bottom pearl. That's really
Goose could definitely like bring your schematics and description to John, who works the Sphirera.
Oh yes, because I didn't spend too much time with John. Goose, do you know that blacksmith who worked with the ice?
Oh yes, we had a pleasant talk with him.
Yes. Is it possible that because I'll still need to do some work with Nana and Arthur on this, but I do need some of the unmelting ice to secure the base of my rod. Could I trouble you if you're not too busy? If you don't have anything else on, could I trouble you to maybe have a word with them? Take him this schematic and roughly sort of draws the bits that are going to be pertinent for the use of the ice. Show him this, and ask if he could. This section here, and a big arrow, and it says ice.
Ice.
If this is whether this would be possible, and he sort of just makes the necessary notes and hands it to Goose.
I'll take this over to our friend, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, excellent. Thanks so much, Goose.
Oh, anytime. I'm more than happy to help a friend with his rod.
And if there's any problems or costs, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and I'd say through the process, trying to describe the item, talking to the blacksmith. There's maybe an effort of haggling. I'd say for Goose, make a charisma check.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh god, not the word idol. All right.
Got my charismatic soft boy. Let's get it.
Come on, himbo.
Wait, a saving throw? No, charisma check. Here we go.
No, just charisma.
Ooh, 20.
Oh,
None of that
that's pretty
20.
But a 20 nonetheless.
Good
20 nonetheless.
Yeah. So the process has been brought through, and we're going to go through what's happening throughout the other days. And at the end of the process, because at this point, Gerald will pretty much finish with the items creation, like just before you leave for the boat. Like it's good. The timeline just fits.
Oh, I needed to send out that letter as well.
Did we?
Yeah, and if you go
help with the mines at all? Probably not.
We're getting to it. This is just like these things. Talking with Gerald happens throughout the week. It's just to have this done.
Yeah, just to get it out of the way.
Okay.
So it just happens when there's time.
I thought we just like
the
totally
next
blew
day.
up Kira.
The next day, the very next day, 6 days left until boat. Goose heads back towards the post office as it is, and they say, considering they can't really send anyone else out right now. If it had been during the thaw, when it's safer, definitely no issue sending mail back and forth. They also have boats. Currently, they're still working on getting the Winter's Claw ready. It hasn't even taken its first journey yet this winter. So the only way to get mail back and forth is by wolf and sled.
Rudy might have actually had a thought for Goose over breakfast, if that's okay. That might help this problem. Like, Goose, you would have told the rest of us that of your encounter at the post office, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Goose, why don't you try hitting up Morg? He has all sorts of manner of magical apparatus and abilities. Maybe he might be able to get a message out to the Swan Princess for you.
Do you think so?
I mean, it's worth a shot if the post office, if they can't send anyone out.
Oh, might as well. Thank you.
It's all
Yeah,
good.
I'll go and head over to Morg.
If you head over to Morg, it does indeed have a service of using the sending spell. And in this case, because Morg needs a very thorough description of whom he's sending a message to, but since you used the Scrysicle, he has seen her and knows whom to send to. And Morg says, just Goose, just write out a note, a 25-word message that you would like to send, and I'll relay. Please include the sender, your name, to make yourself known. I've had some instances where people have asked me to send messages, and they've simply responded, "Who is this?" I'm paraphrasing.
New number. Who's this?
I had the whole letter and everything written down. I don't know if it's 25 letters or no. How
25 words.
25 words. I must see. Let me just count all of my letters words and see how many. I have 86.
Well, I could send 4 messages if you really want, but you'd have to pay for the service 4 times.
How much is it individually?
I charge 15 gold per message.
Ah!
But it does include response. The receiver will be able to directly respond.
How much gold does Nana have?
Oh, we already have quite a lot of gold at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got a little bit. If you want me to like,
if Goose came back saying how much they spend, I'm sure the rest of the party would help.
It'd be 60 gold.
Yeah.
60 gold. Yeah,
for an important letter for the most beautiful swan that the Goose has ever laid eyes upon. He will pay 60 gold for the entire letter.
That's 4 messages, which gives you 100 words.
Excellent.
Nice. That'll work.
Yeah. That'll cover everything.
Like sending a telegraph.
Well, I did have a thing written up, so I'll chuck this in the dice roll. The dice. Can I chuck it in the dice tray?
Go for it.
Like at the end of each message spell, it's like 1 of 3.
I love this. Like hold on. I gotta show chat.
Hang on. I'll see if I can blow it up for chat as well. Give it a second. We will turn off the.
Oh my god, you're radiant.
I love it.
So
I love
cute.
it.
Hang on. How does this?
I love it.
So for those of you in Aussie Defro's chat, there you go. Goose, did you want to read it for us, or?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Yes.
Let me bring it up again.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. To my dearest swan princess, your highness, the great Dust Goose has received your message. I will be traveling to you post haste from the the frozen tundras of Bora within the southern shard. But I'm afraid how long this venture will take me. I have a group of the mightiest adventurers with me who will help us in returning the swamp from whence it came. I know your unbridled strength and your eternal beauty will hold no bounds, but please keep yourself and the villagers safe. May Kazuto watch over you. Kindest regards. Dust Goose.
I put in my 12 gold, by the way. That's my fib.
I'll put in 15 gold for Goose as well.
Oh,
I think we only needed 12 if we're.
I just because the way it works is that Morg has to actually cast the spell, so I just assume that it's like Dust Goose is standing there just reading this message in his normal voice, and then besides there's like Morg going, "My dearest swan princess."
Yes.
Oh yes.
I love it.
And at the end, with a few words left, Morg says, "Sent by Morg, the 5th eye, the Scryer of Bora."
There you go.
Excellent.
He's gonna put his signature on it.
Yeah, I gotta put a little self promo in the bottom.
Yeah.
Because I was like, "Hey, girl, this is Goose on my way to help with Swamp. Can't wait to see your feathers."
Can't wait to see you.
Look,
Can't wait to see your web feet.
Next character, please. I want that personality.
You want that?
Yes.
Full fat nuggets.
Look, there'll be some shaking of tail feathers. Let's be real.
Okay, but the response that comes through is as follow, and is reiterated by Morg, who says, "Goose, is that truly you? My message finally reached you. Thank the heavens. Yes, the swamp has grown too strong. I cannot hold it back. Something is wrong. I don't know what has happened to the Guardian. I can no longer sense it. Please, I am helping the village relocate. It's being taken over by the swamp itself. I don't know where we'll be going. Probably to Christ to seek refuge. Please, come find me. I need you, my goose."
We both get there quick. I love how it's in Morg's voice as well.
Yeah.
My goose. My goose. Actually, I hope that's what she sounds like. I just add that.
She's just Marge from Simpsons.
Das goose. I need your feathers, goose.
No, but yeah. And during the afternoon, while you're having dinner, Kira does come back and says the following day there will be a sort of raid on the mines, where they will be meeting up at the southern gate. Any volunteers who want to join, they're going to go in. They're going to clear out what they can of these abominations.
Let's go in and help.
We doing it.
We going in.
We going in.
Arthur's going to tag along.
I'm assuming I'll be too
it-
busy.
Yeah, probably. And we're not going to have like true combat, so there's no need to worry about that. And so, who wants to tag along? But because you all know this is happening. Who wants to join?
Me. Yeah, we'll have enough time with the staff and stuff. So, sure.
Yeah,
Rudy
definitely.
won't be because he's not confident in his ability to actually do anything right now. So he'll essentially, this will be the final day of him working, I'm assuming, and gathering up the bones and whatnot.
Pretty much.
Arthur will be attending.
So
I would attend, but yeah, I'm assuming I'm full-time working my rod.
full time takes a lot of effort.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Wow.
Got some stamina there.
But it's early morning.
It's been a long journey,
It's
right?
pretty much break of day, and Nana, Arthur, Goose, you find yourself at the southern gate with a group. There's like 20, 25 people here. Some of them seem to be rangers. You see one or two of the city guards and just other people. Some of them are wearing various levels of gear, but they all look determined. And you see Kira taking up the front of this mass of people and says, "Okay, everyone, we will be going to the mines. The trek takes near 2 hours. We won't be there won't be any haste. We will take this in due pace. When we arrive, you will all be assigned to groups. You will be given different tunnels to check to make sure they're empty. We have had incidences where some of these creatures have been crawling around. We've just for now maintained them within the mines. And you simply try to, while we're walking, feel free to make groups as we're going. And when we get there, we'll have a quick rest. We'll replenish energies, eating, drinking. And then we'll going. And so far from what we found out, fire, anyone who's got anything to do with fire, be it magical or not, use that. Go for the head. Most of these things are very slow, but they are still dangerous. Everyone be safe. If you have ranged attacks, if you got bows, crossbows, anything you can throw, use that first hand. Or if you're very, very confident in your abilities, feel free to engage. Go for the head. Seems to be the quickest way to undo whatever's keeping them here. And if you see anyone that you know or recognize, just make it quick for them. They're no longer there. We've established that they have no form of communication. There seems to be no remnants of person left. Okay. And you're all moved through. Is there anything you want to do while you're walking?
Yes, I would like to call forward my horse. I call forward pasta.
Pasta.
Yes.
So you call forward a horse. It has a very oily combing to its mane. It's got very much like low eyebrows. No, it's more like it's got it's like always showing teeth, like its lips curled up.
I like that. I like this horse.
And I'd like to go right up next to the leader and ask her some questions.
Oh no.
Go ahead. No one else is riding a horse. Everyone is walking afoot. So you
very
pick up
flashy
pace on a horse.
Yes, I go up to catch up to the front on a horse, and then I jump off the horse, start walking next to her. And I
Goose noticed the pasta horse trotting by and suddenly gets very hungry.
It's named pasta, but I was trying to give it greaser vibes.
Yes. I was gonna
I like it.
I say, hello, I'm Wedderstorm. I don't know if we met the other night.
Wedderstorm?
Wedderstorm.
That's an odd name for a character in Dungeons and Dragons.
You're who now?
Wow, with a name like that. Whew.
Wow.
Ballsy opening.
No, that's one strike for metagaming. No.
My name is
but she looks at you and she looks at the horse. She says, I believe we met Kira, and she holds out a hand and just shakes it. You can see she's got a very sturdy looking crossbow strapped to her back, and also a blade at her side. And she's got this thick cloak, and you would recognize after a moment it's probably from Woolly Triceratop.
Oh no!
I do not mention this to anyone.
No, not Green.
I sort of go.
It looks similar. It's got like the greenish, rocky, mossy colored beneath, and then it's crusted with snow, like
Nana would like to roll perception.
Nana pulls out a gun.
I use this wood to grow a gun.
It is fairly noticeable because it is a very peculiar, coarse kind of fur that they've got. It's like it stands out.
I asked, how did you acquire such a cloak? That looks very unique.
Yes, it was my mother's.
Your mother's, you say? Okay then.
Yeah.
Look, it looks
Been
very
my family
unique.
for some 20 years, I think.
Oh wow, it must be very meaningful to you.
Bless you. I mean, it's practical. It gives good camouflage, and the hairs seem to adhere to snow in a very peculiar manner, which means that even after I wash it, I can just if I just dip it in the snow, it sticks to it, kind of cakes on. It makes for very good camouflage.
Yeah. Well, this is my horse that I summoned, Pasta.
Hello, Pasta. I saw you didn't.
Like
you didn't really.
attempted.
You didn't really have a horse when you met up. I see.
Yes. As my cloak also something unique to yours, I could summon a horse. Stop it.
That's
So
that's
tempted
quite
for Goose
interesting.
to just
That
run
does-
up and be like, my cloak is made of feathers.
Do it! Oh my god, please do it. Ruin the moment, please. Please do it.
I then
I can see the practicality of having a horse you could simply call upon.
Yeah, it's really good. Would you like to get on my horse?
No. I think I prefer. I don't know how to ride. I think I'll stay on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have asked that beforehand.
Me just watching this like crash and burn around her is
Yeah,
just the best.
she kind of gives you like a nod and a little bit of a smile and says, "I think I'll just keep an eye out while we're walking. Make sure we don't get any trouble."
Sure. I was just gonna offer you a drink after all this, though. Like, wondering if there's maybe a Mr.
Have you moved on from Madame Tusk so quickly?
Oh my god, he
Or-
has.
And
Madame
Not even gonna
Tusk.
try
she
again
looks
with
at-
Madame Tusk.
she puts she sort of takes while you're walking, she creates a little bit more of a distance and she says, "Let's see how we're all doing after the day's done."
Oh my god. Or be careful,
Also,
you
what
get
if
a
there's
bolt
a
in the back.
misses? You can't just assume.
That Belgian recommends. You should have said like, "Let me teach you how to
Yeah.
ride."
See, now-
Anna has better game than this, and she doesn't even want games. So
Yeah.
Arthur's all about that one terrible game and
Yeah.
high emotions.
Eventually,
Arthur,
though,
Yep.
you make it to the mines. You're divided into groups. Unless you've actively wanted to make group with anyone else, the three of you could definitely be one group.
can I go with
I-
her?
Rob. Oh,
Hey,
fine. Well,
Kira-
okay, let's do that, I guess.
Kira
Now
seems
that
to
I'll be
take
our
it upon
group.
her to group up with those who look to have the shoddiest equipment.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine.
She's
Yeah, no.
made a group of
Oh,
it's
you do
her
whatever.
and there's this one other one of the giants have grouped up with like it looks like 5 or 6 people that have very makeshift weapons and armor. And as you come to, you have a rest. There's a little bit to eat. You have a drink, and Kira says, "It's time to enter the mines, everyone. Please stay with your groups. Don't be afraid to run away if it gets difficult. Group up with someone else, help them out, then take your area. We want to minimize casualties at all costs today, okay? So let's go inside." And you're taken in. Yeah, she does the whole like there are exits ahead down in the mine, and then when we get further in, there are exits on the both first tunnels. And as we get into the main mine quarry, if you follow the edges, then you can get exits out to the side of the mountain. Yeah, and sorry, I'm not gonna go further with that. You are essentially and eventually led to a side tunnel and be told to just go down the tunnel, check all the passages and nooks you can, and just deal with anything you find.
All right.
All right.
I feel like the jump
and
for
as-
the whacker rather than the axe, so Darcy is going to pull that one out. Give it a go.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you put the axe on your back and you bring out your essentially wrecking ball on a stick.
Yes.
Yes.
So
I
Wrecker.
came in like a wrecking ball.
Oh my
That's
god.
literally where I took inspiration. It's just a
Head.
wrecking ball on a stick.
I'm so glad
Yeah.
Shots.
we didn't have that for the earlier fight because it is much harder to talk to a squashed head than a decapitated head. Just
Yeah.
putting it out there.
Let's piece them back
but-
together.
Mm.
You find stragglers every now and then. You find you find a legless, armless body that's essentially dragging itself along the tunnel by its chin.
Well,
You
that's sad.
dispatch of it.
That's just sad.
Further down, you find essentially what is just rib cage and upwards. It's crawling along the ground. It's crawling through the ice. You can see the cold and the scraping has worn the fingers down to just little nubs as it's coming along the corridor. Take care of it. And there's one point. There's one point where you find 2 at once. You find what looks to be a smaller person and the body of a dwarf. The body of the dwarf seems to have lost its right leg, its right arm. There's seems to be remnants of some sort of tearing, and it's just sitting against a wall, just heaving, doing the zombie raspy breathing, and it's just sitting there, seemingly idle. As it sees you, it tries to get up, it falls over, it sort of like, it keeps trying to, while it's coming towards you, it just stands up on its one leg, falls over, uses its arm to prop itself against the wall, and it's just coming towards you. Along with this, you see also, almost waddling towards you, the feet look broken, she's walking on her knees, and her arms just hang limp to the ground. You see what looks to be Tej, one of the halflings from the tribe, and Olin.
No.
Hang on.
I'm about to fucking flip this desk, and it's a heavy desk,
How?
Josie.
Wow.
And-
How did they?
Why did she go to
And
the mines?
And they're slowly coming towards you in the tunnel. You have
Oh my
it's like
God.
a 15 feet wide tunnel, 10 feet above you, and they're just slowly tripping, falling, standing back up, coming towards you.
No.
Eyes
I'm
glazed
gonna
over,
I'm
jaws
gonna
hanging
cry.
slack.
No, Tej, I
No.
held her stuff in my bag.
What were they doing in there?
Coming like a
Why?
wrecking
Why
ball.
you do this?
Josie!
We've already
no.
established this. I get off on emotional trauma.
Well, you must be friggin' pleased right now with the emotional drama we're going through.
Alright, as a guy, after like collecting himself on the situation, he tries to
This is the dwarf that
please,
tossed me, too.
no, please don't look. Please turn around, turn away.
That's the one.
And it
No,
gets
no,
ready.
it's all right. I think Tej would want me to handle this.
Are you
No.
sure you're okay?
Yes, this is kinder this way.
Arthur,
She's got the
can-
shillelagh, not the fire, because that's probably a bad way to go.
Yeah. I said, Goose. I'll step back and let Nana take care of this.
Oh no, you can do the dwarf. I'm just thinking for Tej, but because there's two of them, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, this sucks. I hate it. Thanks. I hate it. Thanks.
Alright, well-
Josie. I hate it here. I literally hate it here.
Well, one of you has to go first. One of you has
Yeah,
to
they're
Oh,
attack.
sorry,
coming
we actually
to- Yeah, they're slowly coming towards you. Just
And I think in this instance, maybe the great axe would be better because I think the wrecking ball might be a bit too much splatter for such a tense moment. So maybe
there
go
we
with the great
go.
axe and try and go for a precise single hit on the skull.
and
Would a 12 one-shot it, or do I need to use my inspiration? Because I do not want
I'd
this
say-
to last.
I'd say, regardless, with your efforts, your abilities compared to theirs, it doesn't take long. It really doesn't take
Okay.
long to.
Oh, this sucks.
How many swings are we talking?
Don't, I want to
A
know.
handful. Just like Goose going in towards Olin with the axe, probably single swing does it. Banana, you turn your spoon into the shillelagh, and you give her hard as a whack as you can muster. I assume Arthur unleashes a few arrows. Just
No, Arthur's grabbing out his short sword for this. It's
short sword. Yeah,
I-
without issue. It takes moments.
I want to know why they're in there, though. Like, they weren't in the
Ooh.
mines. Like,
Well,
do we
we
need
can-
to bring a head for Rudy?
Nana, look away, Nana. I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. Is this why the short sword is there?
I say, Nana, do you want me to take this back to Rudy.
This is the most macabre party I've ever been a part of. Just taking a head here and a
We
head
just
there.
do we have
We had
to
a
take
It is-
campaign that was all undead.
Look, it is a valid way of acquiring information.
It is,
It's
it
a little
is.
bit macabre.
Rudy
True.
is now like the informant, the information gatherer of the party.
So Arthur
become
actually
numb to
pulls
this
out
very
his
soon.
dagger, sort of kneels down next to Nana, and I look Nana in the eyes. I go, Nana, do you want me to?
I don't want
If
this to
you-
be my decision.
If you don't want to, we won't. But if you do, look away. I'll handle it.
We don't need both of them. We just need one of them.
Can we just?
I mean, I've
put
already
on-
caved in the skull of one.
Ah,
Whoa,
damn
can
it!
we-
That dwarf
can
would have been the
we-
better choice.
Can we not put her on the horse hole in one big?
But she's a
happy-
zombie. She's going to be going num num.
No, she's dead.
I mean, kill the zombie and then take the
Yeah,
now
if you break the
corpse.
body enough, you
Just-
could still like.
Just remember, Cuddly. Imagine leaving the mine in front of all those people with one of the zombies on a horse, saying we're going to talk to it later.
I could put a blanket on it. I'll go shove her in my bag of holding.
You could put it in the bag of
Yeah,
holding.
you could.
You could.
I
You
wrap-
could.
Can I put her in my bag of holding? This is awkward.
It's a
I think you
halfling.
should,
Put a
I
whole
think you
half.
should kill the zombie first.
It is possible.
I'm
The
not
zombie's
there,
dead.
but, yeah,
we're
I'm not
we're
there.
assuming the zombie they have been taken care of.
They've been killed.
But yes, you could fit the body of Teshlo Hill in your bag of holding.
I am
I
not
don't want to
helping
chop
you
her
with this.
head off. She deserves better than that.
No, she's a halfling. She's
You-
tiny. She'll fit.
You could
fit?
fit all of her. Yeah, if you like
Okay.
press the arms in properly, like you could make it fit. It
If
she
you can
goes
fit
in.
a
If
cold
it
man,
fits,
you can
it
fit a
sits.
halfling.
That's my final.
You could origami the
I'm
body
gonna-
because
we're
I
just-
mean
We're
you don't need to worry
mumming
about hurting
and we're
her.
sliding in. Mummy
Yeah.
slide in. Mummy slide in, and we will take her to the burial place later.
Did you wrap her up first? Because there's a
No.
dead body now rolling around with your food.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
everything.
It's
She's
an
in a
extra-dimensional
blanket. We're
space.
gonna
You don't
wash
need to
it
Make
worry
or
sure
about
she has
toss it.
plenty
It'll
of
be
glad
fine.
wrap on her.
They're not bumping around in there.
I just imagine a
spend-
bag of holding leads to a big cave and things just plop in, and then there's like this poor person.
No,
sort of,
Yeah.
it's
like,
more like
No.
they're more like float. They're more like locked in space within
Yeah.
a space.
Yeah.
It's more like inventory slots, really.
But you're
You have
right.
to
It is
know
pretty
what you
gross.
want to
So
pick out.
she would have wrapped her up, I think.
Yeah.
Also out of decency, just kind of like wrapped her up and because I don't want to take a head to the morgue later and be like, I found this. I want to take the body and be like, this was my friend. Can you? Yeah. So
well,
yeah,
you would
that's
know there's a
and-
morgue because Rudy's been working at one for the last couple of
exactly.
days.
Yeah. So I feel like
yeah.
you would have told us what you've been doing, and then like, Good, God damn it, Good is like, you don't want to get ahead.
Damn it, dude! I was.
You don't wanna
waiting
get ahead
for
in
a
life?
chance to make that joke.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Wow. Insensitive in my time of need and decisions. Okay, yep, that's my decision.
But
Yep.
to move along, you spend the rest of the day essentially just taking care of undead. Some here, some there. I think the biggest group you ever find is 3, and they can barely move. It's obvious why these are still here. They can't seem to navigate out of the labyrinthian structure of the mines. They don't have enough motor function to have made it out with essentially the horde. And as a few hours later, you've cleared out all the passages you find. You make it back, and everyone meets up in essentially the main area where you fought the beholder.
Oh, yes.
And you see there's still a lot of bodies down at the bottom of this wriggling, and you can see what looks to be a handful of people pouring what looks to be barrels of oil.
About to have a bonfire.
It's Nana's time to
Very
shine, I
bad
guess.
smelling bonfire.
Yeah.
Mm.
And after a while, Kira says, I will stay behind and light the fire. I would like everyone to evacuate. We're only leaving behind, looks over, there's a frost giant there who's just standing cross-armed. They will stay to keep an eye out and to douse the flames when to prevent too much damage to the mines. but essentially deal with as much as possible.
Would you
And,
like some assistance with that? Over to the giant, like if he needs a hand with it.
The giant says, "Thanks for the offer, but I'm good."
Big thumbs up.
Gives you like the and you start heading out, and after a while you can see from different holes in the mountainside smoke starts rising a few minutes later. And eventually Kira comes out and says, I thank everyone for a job well done. We will be heading back to the city where I will hand out all the writs of engagement to all of you. Sad to say we did lose 2 people. Let's learn from this. Let's be careful. We don't want accidents like this. It was completely avoidable. I'm very sorry for your loss, those who knew them. But at the same time, for everyone's safety, we had instructions. They were not followed.
Interesting.
Who are the people who passed away from my task?
Did we know them? Of course we did.
If you actually ask during the walk back, Kira says there were 2 people who insisted on being alone together in a group. They said they could handle it.
Oh.
And we found them later when someone went to check. They didn't come to reconvene, and we found them in one of the mines, in one of the tunnels.
I don't like dealing with the undead. No. This is what happens. You get bit.
She does pop an eyebrow towards you when you say undead. Like, huh?
This is the term Rudy's given you guys. No one really knows it.
That's right.
Oh,
yeah, I forgot.
This unalive.
Oh no, not this question again.
Yeah, it's awful. But it's been dealt with. We went a scouting party of some people I trust, went through, checked most of the directly accessible tunnels. It all seemed fine. I just want to go home, go to sleep.
Of course.
And as you return back to the city, you all get the 3 of you who participated get a slip of paper, which is pretty much you can trade in at any one store for 35 gold value of goods.
Ooh.
That's pretty cool.
And they said there would be no monetary. Okay.
It's not actual money. It's like a gift card, a gift certificate.
Hey, I love that.
That's pretty funny.
That's yeah, that's pretty good.
You got a participation award.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
There you go.
Hey.
Yeah.
Don't know what that is.
No idea.
No idea.
No idea.
Yeah. And unless anyone has anything else,
So just I was gonna say
after these days you can definitely have enough bones that you've snuck away.
Cool. So it's like everyone's sort of wrapping up. It's after dinner. Rudy sort of sidles over to Goose. And sort of like it's like this is like we've turned down the candles. We've to put out the candles and everything. Goose, I have a personal request I must ask of you. However,
of course, anything.
You have to trust me. And not let the others know for now.
Of course I trust you. You are a good friend, Rudy.
Thank you, Goose. That means a lot to me. You have no idea. And Rudy, pulls out the glove and goes, I've been having some issues with my abilities at the moment. I find myself. It's why I didn't come with you today. Although I do enjoy putting into practice my craft with these undead, but unfortunately I would have been of no help today because and he sort of pulls out the glove and he pulls out his old divine trinket and goes, this will not function for me anymore. I cannot utilize this symbol. I fear I need something that's more closely connected to my past. And Goose, this is the reason why I do not wish the others to know of this. And now he pulls out the finger bones. And he goes, you know of my past, Goose. I used to tend to the dead.
Bones.
And I've spent this past couple of days working with the dead, remembering my roots and applying my trade, as it were. And it's been revealed to me that I believe that the dead can assist my powers again. So Goose, my favor to you is, can you split apart the folds of the hide of this glove, sew the bones inside, and layer the hide back on, so it is a functional glove with the bones inside.
He kind of like reaches out for the gloves and the bones, just like.
I wouldn't ask Goose if this is one of the, very, very important, because otherwise I fear I would be of no use to you on the battlefield.
If this is important to you and for you to do your work, then I will certainly do the best work that I can for you.
I promise I will not make these bones speak to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll ask.
Oh dear. Thank you, Goose. Thank you.
Would you like me to add a little extra flair to the gloves whilst I'm at it? I'm good at embroidery.
Now at this part, Rudy hesitates and goes, "Well, actually," and now he pulls out the mask. Could you? And he points to one of the designs that those of you guys haven't had a good look at the mask, but Rudy would have noticed that there are Ugathoa or Pallid Princess symbols on that have been etched onto the mask.
Not the Michael Jackson Pallid Princess servant. Not this.
The actual design of the mask itself is the symbol. It is
right.
The corpse fly with the skull on the back.
If you could, if it's possible to sew this into the inside as well, that would, I feel as though this symbol has power, and while I don't understand exactly what that power is, that divine strength is, I wish to investigate it. All in the effort of improving our might on the battlefield and improving my ability to keep you all safe.
And this was what you had to do the other night in order to speak to our friend.
Yes, unfortunately, I think the more we encounter creatures and those in the service of the Pallid Princess, I do believe I need a symbol that reflects that same power to break through their defenses.
Get the man with the least intelligence and like the most leatherworking skills. You're set. Wow.
Exactly.
Wow. He couldn't do it himself. There's no way he could do this himself.
Just saying, Goose is smarter than me.
Goose is smarter.
Definitely within. It is definitely within Goose abilities to do.
Yeah.
It is definitely within Goose abilities to do.
Yeah. Well, if we're encountering more of this, and this is going to help us to keep all that away, then of course, I'll add this in.
Thank you so much, Goose. I do appreciate it. And again, I maybe just for the moment, until I know if it works, because if it doesn't work, then there's no point, especially Gerald. We don't want to worry Gerald. If it does work, we can let everybody know what it is and how it goes. But for now, we'll just keep it between you and me.
It'll be a surprise.
It'll be a surprise. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Think of it like a surprise. Think of it like just like a. It'll be like a magic trick.
Like magic trick.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Excellent. Yeah, I can do some boy.
I'm all for this. Okay. Let's do this.
And I want to know if Nana tells Rudy about the contents of the bag of holding.
Oh, absolutely. But like, I'm guessing the glove isn't ready yet, but she doesn't know that. So remember when we talked about saying what Nana doesn't know? Yep. Just did it. Cool.
It's okay. It's okay.
Love that for me. Yeah. So she actually, I'd say right when they got home, if Rudy's there, probably went right away. Cause like, she's not keen on keeping Tej. She wants Tej to like be properly buried and all that good stuff, or sent back to wherever you know, like
Yeah,
if her family.
Rudy would
wants.
probably say like in due time, like not
Yeah.
at the moment, but it can be done.
The mask only allowed me to channel once. It's very much not designed for this purpose. So, Nana, trust me, I'm working on getting myself another divine implement that is more in tune to my divine patron than ever before. I'll be back. I'll be stronger than ever, and I will even be able to make not tap dance. I will be able to get Tej to be able to answer any questions you need, and then I will take her to the morgue and provide a proper burial for her.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
And I don't know if we can get in contact with her family or if she had any, but that would be of great comfort to me. And I think we also saw Olin in there, and we may need to tell.
Oh no, he was the dwarf that so gracefully threw you across that
He
river. If I remember
was.
correctly.
We had
Yes.
a connection
Absolutely.
at one point, and then it
Yes.
wasn't a connection because
No.
I got yeeted. But
I do
yes.
remember warning him against making sure to apologize. He did apologize, didn't he?
He did.
I'm
He did.
glad,
What
I'm
a
glad.
gentleman.
I know. He was very
And
shocked to learn.
by the time the glove is finished, you have 2 days left until the boat is to leave.
Excellent.
Gerald is currently working on the finishing details, simply inscribing runes of power into the wood itself, working alongside Arthur, who probably says how to inscribe to preserve the fibers for the oils to work properly. Like, Arthur not really telling you how to do magic, but more like how to preserve the wood.
Yeah. As far as the care for the wood itself. Yeah.
Arthur would totally try to tell you how to do magic, but
I like to imagine that it's like a dad talking about varnishing his deck.
Yeah, really proud of it, and also like, here's the tools of the trade that you need. You're like,
So,
Dad, please.
did
Dad,
you
no."
see
this?
can you stop asking me?
2 days left until the boat is to set sail when the glove is finished.
Thank you.
Is the Alcorn finished yet?
Yes, the acorn would have been as well delivered to you in a small package, and it is indeed a gold-casted acorn that has a core made out of a fish fin, a feather that you took from Goose,
Thank you, Goose.
and a piece of fur. So you now have the component you need to cast the spell. Summon the spell.
Yay!
Very
So
productive.
happy.
So the question is, are you going to ask Tesh what happened?
Yeah. Well, so
Yeah.
Rudy obviously can't hide the fact that he's now going to wear a glove. So
Fine. I don't think Nana really thinks too much of it.
I'd say he usually wears gloves, but it's a new kind of glove.
Rudy, does he normally wear gloves?
No,
I-
not daytime. My bad.
nighttime.
No,
Not daytime.
nighttime.
Yeah,
He's
not
got his
daytime.
sleeping gloves. But yeah.
Those are more mittens. So.
Yeah, they're more mittens. They're very fluffy mittens.
out-
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
considering the
outdoors gloves,
cold
like-
weather and everything.
Oh, yeah, I suppose cold weather gloves. Okay, he probably has been.
Yeah.
But whenever he can get away with it, he's normally not. But yeah, so obviously he's not going to hide it because he's not going to be holding a divine implement. He goes, so you guys know I've been working, at a morgue over the last couple of days. I've been really getting in tune with my deity and the work that I used to perform back where I used to live, and through that, I've managed to, with Goose's help, I managed to create this. And he pulls out the glove, and he goes, and I've inscribed this with a lot of divine runes on the inside, and Goose was very helpful with making sure that they were visible and done perfectly. This glove should theoretically allow me to use my abilities again. And what better way to give this a go than to perform our favorite spell, Speak with Dead. So, all right.
And Nana doesn't think anything of the glove except for the fact that he may be missing the other one, knowing that, Rudy's usually pretty organized and is kind of concerned and just goes, oh, did you misplace the other glove, Rudy?
No. It's very important that I still maintain this hand. when wielding a mace or wielding one's weapon, I don't know, the extra dexterity that being gloveless affords me. I prefer it.
Oh, I see.
Yes,
Practicality and fashion in
Absolute.
one. Wow, such
Well,
a smart
I wouldn't
boy.
call this fashion, but
I'm
was
sure
hoping for
it's
something a little bit-
fashionable somewhere, Rudy.
I mean,
Especially for
Is,
bards. I hear they love that kind
would
of
have
thing.
preferred silk or I don't know.
Is
maybe
Goose
some-
going to go hide again?
Oh yeah, through all this,
Goose
he's gonna
is
go hide
big
again.
Oh, yeah.
But he did realize something as he's talking about mace. It's like, oh, Rudy, I just realized something. And he pulls out his record. It's like, we're mace buddies.
Massive.
Oh my god.
Mace buddies. And he goes and hides off in the bathroom again.
Oh dear.
Amazing.
Oh, God, yes.
Anyway.
Totally.
Oh, dear.
Nope.
Yeah, that's gonna get out. Yeah, it's
Kylie, no, what do you make me do?
Say it. He doesn't count.
As you sit down and with your new focus, you feel a connection. Like, yeah, this'll do. This'll definitely do.
Excellent. Have I made
And
Ugathoa very happy? Have I with the bloody
Pick up the
bones of
phone and hear a dial tone.
And as you
He's
go,
like, "Is
you
this the
perform
tune
you
okay?"
perform the necessary things for the spell. You prepare it. You prop the body of Tej up in a seated position, and you finish the spell. And there's a very soft and the eyes then again, as previously, lock onto Rudy, and there's the faintest hint of a smile at the corner of the mouth, and that's where we'll end today.
I'm gonna cry.
That smile could be taken two ways, just FYI.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Alright.
do we have any super quick any questions from the audiences?
yes,
any
yes.
clarifications from the players? Anyone who has anything?
Can I just ask to the players, are we all happy now that Rudy wasn't going to steal a corpse or anything? Are we at least happy with where that ended up?
No, because Cuddly stole a corpse.
You're not wrong.
Hey,
Not wrong.
that was in my bag of holding,
Technically.
and then she was in my bag of holding. There's literally, it's fine.
I-
It's where she
I
would
feel
want
like
to
that
be.
was. I feel like that was more recovering a corpse.
Mm.
Whereas I feel like that was. Whereas Rudy was like masticating and then stealing the bones out of multiple corpses.
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like I probably could have been like, this was my friend, and they would have probably let me take it back. It wouldn't have been that weird now that I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I have a question in chat.
Yes.
Gouda is asking,
Yes.
does Goose have any suspicions now that Rudy has asked him to sew the bones into his gloves?
A little
And
bit,
more
but
specifically, the
what
sigil
is-
of the Pallid Princess.
Look, it...
Yeah. Like,
frankly, like a lot of this has gone over his head because he has been in the bathroom hanging out with the plants. And Rudy, like everyone in his group, he trusts with all of his heart. So anything that they ask of him, he'd be like, "Oh, it must be for a good reason."
It is okay for Goose to have doubts, though. Like, as
A little bit over the
player.
finger bones, all
Yeah,
things considered.
yeah.
He's just like,
Yeah.
don't like dealing with any undead stuff.
Don't worry, audience. It's gonna come out at some point, but I just don't know when.
Oh no, we'll get there.
It'll
We'll get
come
there.
out
You
of
know,
the
we
wash,
always
yeah.
build to like a little climax, and then we like, that's how.
I will
stories
say everyone gets 480 experience.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, I do have a question from Bizarre Belgian. Rohan, how often are you going to treat and maintain your new rod, and are you going to show it off to everyone when it's done?
I mean, yeah, I'm absolutely going to show off my rod to everyone when it's done.
Are you going
By
to
the
treat
time
it?
but I'm treating it like beforehand. Once it's all done, it'll actually be a magical item, so it won't require any upkeep.
Ah, okay.
I see.
We have a follow-up question from Gudatome about the Goose and Rudy. Did Rudy think it was possible that Das Goose would find out or figure out what's going on?
No. See, I was thinking about this before the session, and I thought Rudy would be quite confident, since Goose does tend to shy away a lot from anything involving undead bones, or aside from destroying them, Goose tends to shy away from it. So I believe Rudy's thinking is like he's relatively safe, but at the same time, he feels like his explanation of it would satisfy everyone except Gerald. So that's why he's kind of like, he figured it would be decent to go through Goose. Yeah.
I feel like for Goose, he'd be the last person for it to click, like, he's working for who?
Yeah, because like,
and this is like weeks after everyone else has figured it out.
Yeah, because like remember, like Rudy has informed the rest of the party of his history in terms of like what he used to do, and in terms of getting back to his roots, like that is a very valid thing. Like he's reaffirming his connection to his deity. However, he still hasn't really said the name of his deity to anyone. Like the only word he would have said would have been the Dawnflower when he used to be, loyal to Sarah and Ray, but he hasn't said anything more beyond that. So I feel like he's pretty safe, but obviously, there are going to be moments where it's going to like start hinting at things, and Josie and I work out how that will come out in the wash, I think, at some point soon,
Josie,
We've had some talks.
Yeah, we have had some talks.
Yes, 480. Yes.
480.
Oh, 480 XP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And
yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, it wasn't really related to the story, but it is gonna make y'all argue. Hidden Ape Voided Monkey asked what kind of potato is best potato, and I don't wanna get into it, to be honest.
Ketfla potatoes all the way.
God.
I just bought a new bag. They're amazing. I brought it all the way from cow.
Oh my
country,
God.
and I'm gonna make the Zabel can eat them.
King Edward.
Let me bring my
I don't have
Ketfla
an answer
potatoes. Hold on,
for
I need
that.
to show you.
King
Alright,
Edward.
alright.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Potatoes are best
King Edward.
potatoes.
Just any patat, no matter how you want to throw it at me, I'll be
You're a
fine.
patat.
Look.
You're a patat.
Yeah, I'm all about that patat life.
Yeah.
Gouda,
patat life.
Gouda has been
Yeah.
spamming me questions though. So
Oh,
Go for
awesome.
it. Good. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Does Rudy not mind Goose finding out, or is it maybe a secret hope that Goose would find out? Would you mind if Goose found out?
Look, a little from column A and a little from column B. I haven't really given that much thought yet, because Rudy himself doesn't really understand what his relationship with Ugathor or the Pallid Princess is at this point, because he doesn't have direct contact with her at all. It's more of his now font of power does channel through her. And you're going to see some of these new abilities maybe come out in the wash very, very soon as well. But I think there will have to be contact at some point, and I think when that happens, that's when Rudy will probably start going, okay, well now he's going to have to reveal something. But no, I don't think Rudy's too concerned about it right now, honestly.
Yeah.
I think he's
there's one more. I saw your potatoes, Denny. Just
I'm
the
waiting
last
patiently.
question in. Good is asking, and I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. How does those of you who have had opportunities to embrace your deities in various ways, how do you feel about your choices?
I'll start. Like, I'm really happy with mine. Obviously, kicked ass the last time I used my bow. So, I feel like going archer was definitely the right choice instead of going bard. But,
I think it's definitely blessed your dice rolls for sure.
Yes. I think Arthur did what he thought was right.
And I will say Rudy has been lying a lot, so I assume you made the choice you wanted.
Well, that's only because I've been forced to now. Like, I've been forced to go down that path right now. But in terms of the role play, I've been very much enjoying it, and the fact that it just kind of happened to fall into line with the backstory so well. It was entirely accidental. Entirely accidental, or maybe accidental on my part. Maybe don't know how much Josie engineered behind the scenes, but it was entirely accidental. So I'm enjoying it, but I can't keep up a charade for too long.
I will say just because I want to. I've been telling myself I'm not going to give too much away, but I will say the one I don't know if I mentioned it before, but the one thing was when Ozzy sent me the backstory. Like this happened in my backstory, and I just looked at it and it was just like the only place in the entire world so far that I've designed that have all of these things. Their temple is to Urgathoa the Pallid Princess.
I didn't know that. That's just how it lined up.
That's
So
amazing.
it just
That's
fucking works.
amazing.
It works beautifully.
Could we go through like Rudy's his stuff so far? So he's got worms.
Nana's convinced.
Let's hop over. I heard Roju.
Yeah, Rudy, sorry.
God, I can't even remember what I was about to say now. Oh yes, about the deities, right? Yes. So, what was the name of the magic guy again? Because I don't have my notes with me. Nethys, yeah.
Nethys.
So, yeah, I'm like, I very much am looking forward to, because I haven't had really a chance to do much more to do with him yet. So I'm kind of, well, what I'm doing at the moment with this rod is actually ultimately somewhat influenced by that decision, and is like he's making a token, well, not a token. He's making a genuine effort to maybe put some of that ideology into effect with this rod that he's crafting. And yeah, me as a player is interested to see, what, whether that makes a difference to anything, or whether it has any effect at all, or yeah, it's all a bit of a mystery still at the moment.
Yeah,
I think Gerald is very happy to know that at least one thing doesn't necessarily have the worst intentions towards them. So that's kind of reassuring. As far as that sort of stuff goes, because yeah, everything else is not great news, especially the countdown in his book. Definitely not great news.
What countdown?
Which
countdown
by this
here.
point, by this point would be at 693 days left.
Oh my
Nice.
God. At the end of every session, we have a countdown time. It's like, tick, tick.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like that series 24.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was thinking.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, except it's just a really goddamn long timer.
What about Nana? You haven't had too much opportunity. Nana and Goose both. There really hasn't been a lot of opportunity.
Not really. A lot of the stuff that's like the dues for Kazoodle is like stuff that Goose already does on a regular basis, like defend his people and like the group is his people. And provide for those who are in need, and he's always like offering a hand to help and such. It's just like what she preaches is a part of his nature. The only things he hasn't been able to do that is like oppose those who unjustly lord power over others, which that's going to be an interesting situation. Yeah. And then demonstrate devotions to thing you love. And I think he devotes himself to Swan quite well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you sent like 3 full text messages there.
Yeah. 3 to 4 full text messages. Didn't even wait for a reply. Just like bam.
You sent like a full tweet thread.
Look, we're lucky Goose didn't send a dick pic. That would have been poor Morg.
A beak pic.
At least
A beak pic.
At least we didn't get back just K.
Oh, he'd be devastated if he got a K back.
Oh my God.
No. Swan is
Swan
a
would
good
never.
person. Swan would never.
Nana's also pretty happy. Like, I think I would be happy either way. I think they both would have been pretty cool. One was sort of like gambling and taking chances and taking risks, which I think would have been really good because I know we haven't mentioned it too much, but Nana, like gnomes can live forever unless they start going through bleaching, which is where they kind of just lose interest in stuff. It's kind of like a major thing of like depression, I guess, as well. So
yeah, eventually they lose the will to live.
Yeah, so
That's like
she started that. She started going on this journey to try and get new experiences. I think that would have worked well, but she went with the choice because she had actually had dinner and really good conversations with the other person. That's kind of what Nana's all about, is like giving people food and learning about them and like sitting down and getting to know people. And that's more of like, that's kind of his thing too, is like drinking with people, not being a mean drunk, which she's not. She doesn't have a mean bone in her body, probably. And like
we can get one for you if you want.
Oh, and letting people have like freedom. So like you can't, see slavery and be like, that's okay. You have to be like, fuck off. And then, which I think she would have done anyway, but I'm interested to see. I'm kind of interested to see if these zombies like kind of count as, because that's what I was kind of thinking with this, is like, you don't want to leave them sort of half alive, just sort of devoted to this one idea. You kind of want to free the spirit. So I don't know. That was what was going through my head in this last. Yeah. That's why she volunteered, is like, yeah, let's do that. So that's
Unless anyone has any more questions.
No, we're pretty clear over here.
We are good.
I think so. Oh, I'm still not finished with my work yet, right?
No, you got 2 more days essentially. There's like we're going to
I want to know how
pretty
it
much
turns out.
yeah, because we've had to talk behind the scenes. We were me and Roju behind the scenes. We worked out the design, the process of how to create this thing, and we also I presented a fun little adjustment to the crafting process. And that's why you all, those who wanted to help, you roll the checks. And those checks have had an effect on the final results.
Cool.
And depending on the very final roll that Roju makes for Gerald, there's a possibility of this rod either having a flaw or a boon.
That's cool. That's
so
cool.
What I'm hearing is, Roju, have an inspiration point handy?
I already used it.
He used it yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday when we were rolling for the schematics, and he rolled the
so
shit.
Funny.
And he just used his inspiration point.
I was like,
Okay.
no, I need to use inspiration for this.
Oh no. Okay, so what we need to do is, you won't be
And
streaming next week either.
I haven't been able to. Yeah, no, I can't put any points up, so I have no chance of getting it back.
No.
But I will say, all the checks so far have been successful.
Yeah.
Which means that the final check that Gerald needs to make has a very low chance of failing.
But
Every fail is on him.
Roju, I want this to work out for you, but I swear to God, if you get a natural 1, I will
It's gonna be real
piss
funny.
myself.
I know.
Same,
I will as well.
It's just, you have to roll with it.
May the dice forever be in your favor.
Thank you, Dave.
Beautiful.
I will, as we are rounding about, I will say I'm going to go on a quick break, and then I'm going to keep playing Final Fantasy that I've been playing lately again over on my own character, on my biggest character,
fancy one,
on my fancy character. Yes,
Nice.
We've been doing.
Did you get the sword of your dreams?
I did get
Josie, did you finally get the sword of your dreams? You did?
I did get the sword. Yes, I did get the sword.
Yes.
Awesome.
It was...
Josie, you're one of the
An effort.
people. You're one of the people I can say I did not influence to start playing Final Fantasy this month. Just saying.
How many have you gotten this time?
Oh,
I've been playing for so long.
I think I can count on 2 hands how many people have influenced to start Final Fantasy 14 this month.
Damn.
So I will humbly accept the title of influencer.
I think we've both been on some of the same people that been like, you should play this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my account says that I've had like 600 days of subscription time.
Well, I'm committed. I added another 30 days, so I'm committed at least for another
Oh.
30 days.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why I was like playing so heavily in the week before I headed off to Queensland, because like that's valuable sub time, yo.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, heckin' yeah.
Yeah. I've been playing a lot with Roju.
I've been
as
going
well,
pretty
hanging
hard.
out.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's been a good time.
you have.
Yeah, damn me for my sleeping.
But
Yeah.
thank you all for being here, viewers and
Mm.
players. Thank you, everyone. We had
Thank
a
you for
good
hosting another
time.
session.
Thank you, Josie.
Mm.
We're gonna
Thanks,
have a great one
everyone.
next week.
Yes.
It's going to be
yeah.
good times. So things are happening. 2
be
days till the boat takes off. We're
the sad.
the story
Yay.
continues.
Just quickly to the other guys, not Josie. I did the thing that I mentioned in the other chat. Just FYI.
The thing that you mentioned.
thing?
The thing that I mentioned in the other
thing?
chat. I did the thing. Yep.
Wait,
I'll have
what
to look and see
That's
what
right.
that
Why
was.
am I being kept
Players
out
have
of
a secret, Josie. How do you feel?
No,
You're not the only one with
really?
secrets, Josie.
Really?
Get wrecked.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you did that thing.
I did the thing. Yeah. I've done the thing.
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm in the
okay.
dark.
Yeah.
No, I know. I need to. Yeah.
I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I know either.
I wanted you to be confused.
I've just put it in the chat of what. Yeah.
I'm gonna go look in Orb's chat.
Nah. Wait,
No,
you put it in
I've ended
no.
stream.
Yeah. Not that chat,
Oh, yeah,
Josie.
he
Not
raided
that
me.
chat.
Oh, that's funny.
Alrighty.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna jump out of the
Kipling
call.
potatoes are the best potatoes. They look like tiny turds, but they're delicious.
Teddy.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's amazing.
Alrighty. I'm
love
gonna
it.
raid.
Delicious
I'm gonna,
potato.
I'm gonna raid Josie. I'm
I
gonna
love
check
it.
to my
I love
chat
it,
first.
Penny. All right,
Alrighty.
I'm dropping out. Thanks,
I'm gonna-
guys.
Bye, D&D
See
friend.
ya.
Welcome
Bye.
people before I go to break.
Okay. So my chat. We're gonna go over here, and you should see me. Success at work.